Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Saturday Night InSaNiTy! Hello.
With the spirit fingers.
Oh, hold on. Close
Jazz hands.
The mixer.
Spirit
There we go.
Spirit fingers, yeah, same thing.
Spare fingers?
And then there's
You
death
have
clapping.
extra fingers? Greetings, everyone. How's it going?
I'm gay. How's it going?
No. Okay. Cool. As
Also,
we
I'm wearing
always
my new
say, it's okay to be
Look at my new
gay.
shirt. Look how awesome my new
Nice.
shirt is. It's
Oh.
also coincidentally
I like the
trans
back.
pride colors.
Interesting.
Just coincidence. I just got
Mine
it.
is simple and very to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Simple and
God.
to the point.
Just a guy pointing at a sign that says bad. And he goes,
So
"What
death do us part.
Till death
What do you
do us
mean?
part, eh?
I'm not marrying you, Mr. Dragon. I'm
I
just your
don't-
girlfriend.
I don't know.
I
Okay.
think for us, we should change it
I
till
have
death.
no idea
comes
what's
back.
going on. All right. Anyway,
what
welcome.
that's all about.
Oh, hold on. It's not the pre-show, but I added a pre-show graphic over there, so when it is the pre-show, we can say pre-show right on the screen, and you'll see it. See, there it is, pre-show.
The last one.
But this is not the pre-show. This is the real show.
The last time that person was here was 10/28/2019.
What? Who? What are you talking about?
That person.
What person?
The person. Anyway, that person. That's so
Okay.
random. Sorry.
All right.
It's okay. I love you. It's all right. We're all good. Everything's fine.
Cool.
Okay. Well, I mean, some people just pop by one time and then disappear and then
For a
just
whole fucking year. and come back
discover
to
me
remind us
randomly
we
on their
exist.
list of people they follow. And it's like, why the hell am I following this person?
Hi.
Oh, they're live.
Who the
I'll
fuck-
go.
Who-
I'll go
Who
look
who
and see
gave
if
me
I
a recurring
remember.
subscription for this guy. Shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. Welcome to the show. Yeah. So.
Welcome to the show.
Lots of pickups this week, one of which I'm wearing. So let me tell you a
Oh, you
little.
got new Godzilla shirts? Sweet.
Let me tell you a little story. So this morning, I get up and decide, I'm gonna make myself a nice hearty breakfast, get a good start to the day. So I made my breakfast, made a nice cheese, egg, and mushroom omelet base. Well, actually, scrambled eggs, but it's the components of an omelet. Very good. And some hash browns, some coffee, and I'm sitting down to, just moving the keyboard out of the way and the headphones out of the way to make room for the plate. So I'm about to sit down to eat. So I set the headphones on top of the the bar here, like up here, because I put it up there before, and it seemed flat enough to hold it. But instead of sitting here, the headphones slid down the arm and then crashed into the back of the computer. And I brought them back up, and hold on. So I thought, oh, well, that's mildly annoying and a little bit amusing. So thank you, Skinslip. So I fished them out from
You're welcome.
behind the
The auto host
computer.
didn't work.
What?
The auto host didn't work, so I made it work.
Okay.
That's all.
Anyway, thank you. So I fished them out from behind the computer, and they are in
Duct tape.
fucking pieces. No, not duct tape.
I've duct taped the shit out of those.
No.
Cheap.
No, I'm not. It's partly about presentation, and I'm not going to
Oh, I
make it
didn't
all
have-
janky and shitty.
But I mean, part of my presentation
So-
is that I'm janky and shitty, so it
Yeah.
works.
Anyway, so that was how my day started. So I'm just thinking, like, well, fuck, I can't do the show tonight unless I have headphones. I can't do it through the speakers because then you'll be getting echo and it'd be crazy. And I'm just
or
like,
only hear it through the microphone, which would be hard to hear.
and I just like spent my fun budget for the month over the past couple weeks, which you'll see in some of tonight's pickups. But so I'm like, I don't have money for this, so what am I going to do? So basically I had no choice. I had to dip into some of the bill money to get a replacement. And so of course this whole thing just sent my anxiety through the roof. I'm like sitting there to ready to get a good start to the day and everything, and it just sent my anxiety through the roof. I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do? Like, so I'm looking at my options and like, okay, well, I'll see what Best Buy has, and maybe I can get something reasonably priced for, and just get it in as a store pickup. So they didn't have much that was cheap, or if they did have things that were cheap, they aren't available at my local store. So I looked at Walmart, thought, well, I got a Walmart gift card. I could go up to Walmart, spend some of that gift card on some headphones. I was hoping to spend it on groceries, but, Walmart didn't have anything. They just had crap. As, I expected, but it was at least worth checking. The other option was Amazon.
I would have gone with earbuds. I would have gone gas station earbuds at a fucking pinch if I needed to, but...
So the next option was Amazon. So look at Amazon. I have Amazon Prime. I thought, okay. But then, great, Amazon has lots of options, but the earliest I could get it would be Monday, which would mean no streaming all weekend until whenever they arrive on Monday, if they even arrive that quickly, given how things are. So I was like, fuck. So went back to the Best Buy website, looked at what they had, and I was like, okay, well, these ones look fine, I wanted the big cans because I like the cans, and wanted something that was wired. So this one, actually, one of the reasons I chose it is it's both wired and wireless. It has Bluetooth as well as can be used wired. So, and they got the big cans, and it was within my budget. They were basically like $150 headphones that were marked down to $100. So I thought, well, that's actually pretty good. So, so I went with these, and basically just got them store pickup. But yeah, basically blew the fucking budget to get them so that we could even do the show tonight. So you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So that was my day. My day was just stressed all to fuck, and I've been very cranky because of the whole situation.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to explain the situation to everybody. No one understood. I was like, this is why. I'm like, oh. Like, yeah.
Yeah. We don't need
like,
to go.
Nobody was actually trying to antagonize him, but he was anxious. So, like,
Yeah.
He took things the wrong way.
We don't need to go into that at all.
No,
So,
it's okay. I get it. I do it all the time.
Yeah. That's...
As everyone will attest.
Yeah. Anyway... so, long story short, got the new headphones, and everything's fine. They work great, nice quality.
Fine here.
And stuff.
Fine.
I looked to see, some of the preferred name brands like Altic Lansing and Sennheiser, if they had anything in my price range there that was a viable option. They had nothing. Everything they had for those brands was like $250 or more.
Nothing.
So that was
there you go.
Gonna
You got
happen.
your headphones
What
paid
the
for.
fuck? Holy shit, Garbage Gamer! Dude,
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was not fishing.
up.
Just to be clear, I was not fishing for donations there. I was just
totally
telling you
are.
all my story of
He
woe.
wants you to shut the fuck up, basically.
But holy shit, thank you so much, dude.
Like, shut the fuck
You
up.
just paid for my headphones.
Yeah. Good shit.
With change. Well, tax. It covers the
Garbage.
tax. There you go.
Good guy garbage. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
He's
much,
good guy.
Garbage. You're
No
awesome.
problem, dude.
Garbage knows some of my woes. We chatted earlier, and I was, very grateful. But
Extra 2 hours of asinine.
and it inevitably turned into a big long conversation about Mega Race and Land Spoil, as it usually does. It's either that or
Of
Dragon's
course.
Lair, or both.
Dragon's Lair Mega Race and the 3DO is kind of like
The
where
three-
we.
That's where all the paths lead with us. Yeah.
And they yell at jail, going for the same 4 subjects.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Wing!
Thank you very much. So anyway, got the new headphones. They're great. They're very sturdy. Really nice noise canceling on them.
Are they? I didn't even see what they were.
To put them through their paces, the first thing I listened to was "Go" by Andy Hunter, which I find is a good go-to song. Also, it's one of my happy songs, so and I needed some happy. So anyway, got all that sorted out. We're all good. It's all good. We're all fine here now. How are you?
Everything's great now, right? I had to go out with my mom in a pandemic to yard sales if she wanted to go. I mean,
Really?
She refused
Yard
to go by
sales
herself.
in a pandemic?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Actually, funny enough, there's a garage sale for the building here at the end of the month too.
Kind of good.
I'm like, on the plus side, I don't think we've had a single case here in Nanaimo, so I'm not too concerned about it in my neck of the woods. But
Is that because they're not testing, or
no, I'm pretty
like...
sure they're testing. There just hasn't been anything reported. I mean, they've
It's
been
just an
testing.
island full
They
of
found
fish
cases elsewhere in BC, so you know.
Yeah, when you have an entire island full of people that just don't go outside. then
I'd also like to say this Friday, past Friday, we had a really fun gaming marathon. Those of you who don't know, I do a gaming marathon on Twitch every Friday. And sometimes we play a variety of stuff. Sometimes we just play Fortnite all day. Wherever the mood takes us. So today, this week, we played some Fortnite and played some Ghost of Tsushima, the new
nice.
epic samurai game from... who put this one out? Sucker Punch, from Sucker Punch. Yeah, essentially, if you like samurai movies, this is like a huge love letter to like all of them, and it's got a bit of a Seven Samurai vibe going on, and there's actually an Akira Kurosawa mode that you can play the game in, where it puts it in black and white and gives it a film grain effect, and Japanese with English subtitles, which is pretty cool. You can also play it in full, glorious, blazing color in Japanese with English subtitles, or
You're
English
gonna play
if you
in
prefer.
Kurosawa mode, aren't you?
So, no, I've been playing it... Well, I've been playing it in Japanese with English subtitles, but in full color, because, I mean, quite frankly, this game is gorgeous. It's just absolutely beautiful. But basically, the way I've been describing it is, it's GTA Samurai. Because once you get past the roughly 2-hour opening scene, which kind of sets up the whole story and everything that's going on, it's all open world. And do the story, do the missions at your leisure. There's gajillions of side missions you can do, and lots
neat.
of other things. So
So you have to sit through a 2-hour cinematic, or is it like an
no,
interactive
it's not a
cinematic?
2-hour cinematic. Oh my god, no.
Okay, that's what I was like. Holy
no,
shit! what?
no. It's like,
Oh my god,
it's
that's
like Red Dead.
crazy.
No, it's like Red Dead Redemption 2, where the entire first section is setting up the story and everything. That's what this is like. So
Okay.
And then it goes.
Like Yakuza 0, like there's like 45 minutes of fucking intro. Like you didn't play a goddamn thing.
Oh yeah.
Like, the only interactivity was you push forward to go to a car, you walk down a hallway. Like I was literally losing my mind on stream going, what is this? This is not a game.
Yeah. Dude, like anything by
Oh.
Hideo Kojima. Like
I have never played a Metal Gear Solid game.
the man loves his cinematics. I'm gonna stream them at some point. We're gonna do the whole
They're
damn
not my
saga.
thing.
Huh?
I watched my friend play 1 and 2. They're not my thing to play, but I watched my friend play
See,
1 and 2.
that's
I
why
get
They're
it.
fun to watch too, because
Yeah.
they're so cinematic.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah.
one part I don't know what's in 1 or 2, but like he was standing around and he's like wait, hold on, I have an idea, and he just goes and he's like gets a drink, and we're all just talking, and suddenly out of nowhere, no, here it is, and then the 2 fucking guards like an hour later just like get into a fight, and one guy throws the other guy over a fucking railing. You just sit there and wait. This interaction happens.
That's funny. There's a
And I
lot of
remember
little.
it's in.
There's a lot of little things like that in the games.
It's
If
one of
you
the clearest memory I have.
if you can
that
find them.
random thing.
Yeah, Death Stranding was the perfect game to filter out who were the true Hideo Kojima fans.
That's what I really want to play.
That one I'd play. That looks way my style.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that one yet. Eventually. But yeah, anyway, Ghost of
Came to PC,
Tsushima,
didn't it?
lots of fun. If you're a samurai fan, you will not be
Probably.
disappointed because it's
My
definitely
computer can't run it.
definitely one for Samurai fans.
I mean,
So-
I started buying the computer, but it's gonna be months before it's done. I'll probably won't even have it done until early next year.
Oh yeah, no, do get what you can when you can and piece it
Yep.
all together. It's Lego for grown-ups. Well, for nerds.
As it is, I'm probably going to be a processor or a graphics card generation behind since the new graphics cards are coming out.
That's
I
okay.
definitely won't be able to afford one of those.
No.
So I'm going to get like, since the older ones will go be a little bit cheaper,
Yeah.
I'll be able to get, that's when I'm going to buy my graphics card.
Yep.
When those come
Are
out.
you
Yep,
sticking with
that's a
the
good idea.
10 or 20 series?
It'll still
The
be
Ryzen
fun.
R9?
Oh, are you going AMD for the GPU also?
I'm doing both, yeah.
Hi, sweetie.
I'm
You
poor.
said you needed happy
I'm poor.
Aw.
And
I was
those
like,
are,
right now,
Thank
AMD's
you.
AMD's more expensive.
no. It would worth the more bang for my buck, though, when I buy an AMD.
You
It's
always
like,
bring happiness.
that's
Ew.
just like,
Except
the
Just
thing with
annoying.
AMD in both, I'm just doing the math, man. Like, there's way too much, better bang for my buck with Ryzen stuff. So I just went with Ryzen.
My
That way, if I
bundle
do
of
Ryzen
joy.
CPU and Ryzen graphics, when I render, it's like faster. The faster pipeline is faster. I hear. So like,
How you doing?
Oh,
there's like a
so-
bonus for rendering too.
As it sits right, still to this day, as it sits right now,
have
the
cheese,
compatibility
right?
and the
A little bit.
graphics support or driver support is
Uh-oh.
NVIDIA is still way stronger than AMD's.
Don't eat
I play a
all
lot
of
of
it.
indie games,
I
but
use
we
it with
just
my
fine.
eggs
I
in
don't
the
really
morning.
play AAA titles all that often, so I'm not too worried. Is my point.
Yeah, Major Matoga says Death Stranding has come true, where you have packages delivered to you through an apocalypse. Ain't that true?
Well, I talked on this channel about how like I've had this like really awful transcription job where I
Oh,
transcribe gross Christian extremist videos that are like about
yeah. Yeah.
abortion and shit.
Mm.
And I decided I'm done with that. So I'm going to basically grind out the last couple of projects this year and get this computer paid for, and then that's never happening again.
Yes.
I'm done.
Stop hurting your soul.
Well, I just feel morally wrong doing it, but I also
Yeah.
really need the money, and
I know.
the porn just not going to happen. So I'm not really going to do porn, guys. It's just like I'm fucking around.
No,
There's some
well,
racy photos on my Twitter, but like, you know.
yeah. Well, I mean, some people
Whatever.
do like non-pornographic OnlyFans. It's
Oh.
like, you
Well,
know,
now I am going to do that
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
can do-
There's like something I want to do with toys, and I mean like not like sex toys. I mean with like action figures.
Yeah.
And I want to do something really innocent, and I think actually it'll get some people who will definitely not think of it innocently, of course. But
yeah.
you know, that's fine with me. I don't care. It's not my business how they think of it. I'm gonna be very artistic with my quote unquote porn. It's not gonna be. It's
Very
gonna be
good.
weird,
Oh.
and I'm gonna have like maybe 5 followers for the longest time.
Oh, hey,
That'd be
whatever.
alright. Yep.
It's better than 0.
Yeah, toy reviews, but not like toy reviews. I don't have any sex toys. I mean, I'm talking like, I'm just gonna be doing videos, and I'm just gonna be playing with some action figures, just having fun. There you go.
Ah,
There's porn. You're
Okay.
welcome.
We got a lot of news
That's
to do.
it.
Got a lot of news to get through, so we should probably get to it here.
That's the whole porn. It's action figures, and I'm playing with it. You're welcome. Thanks for paying me $35 a month.
Okay.
Not gonna actually be $35 a month, but I'm just saying.
Raptor says, before we get to the news, one quick little announcement. Next week's section of the news of SNI will be a special San Diego Comic-Con edition. I guess they're having their virtual Comic-Con between now and then, so
Yes. Yeah.
might check out some of that. So trailers. We've got a bunch of trailers this week. We got the official trailer for the CBS All Access animated series Star Trek Lower Decks.
What the fuck?
What?
His mic wouldn't mute.
Okay. Official trailer for the CBS All Access animated series Star Trek Lower Decks. The support crew serving on one of Starfleet's least important ships, the USS Cerritos, have to keep up with their duties, often while the ship is being rocked by a multitude of sci-fi anomalies. The series premieres August 6th. Very good. That's the one, the comedy,
Like,
animated
I kinda-
comedy one.
That's been a pitch. That's been a pinch for decades. So I'm so glad it's finally fucking happening.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of like, if you've ever seen the games, the Viscera cleanup detail games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Kind
yeah.
of like that.
No,
It's
there's
on my
a
wish
really-
list.
There's a really amazing meta novel that you all need to see called Red Shirts by John Scalzi.
I think I've heard of that. Yeah.
First half is this really meta story. It's a novella. And the second half are these really deep essays about the stories.
Interesting.
It's 100% worth your dollars to go buy. It's pretty cheap. It's like $5 a novel. It's it's paperback.
Alrighty.
You can get hardcover pretty cheap too. It's been out for a while. Oh, fucking loved it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good.
Next up, we have the official trailer for the Netflix original film Project Power, premiering August 14th, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. When a pill that gives its users unpredictable superpowers for 5 minutes hits the streets of New Orleans, a teenage dealer and a local cop must team with an ex-soldier to take down the group responsible for its creation. Co-directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman, who have previously helmed Paranormal Activity 3 and 4. Cool.
I had thought that was Project Superpowers, which was a thing that
Okay.
What's his face from Alex Ross. Alex Ross was working on where they took a bunch of old Golden Age heroes and revamped them.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's what it was,
No.
and I was like, and then I saw the trailer, like, this looks fucking cool. I want to see this. This is not what I thought it was. Perfect.
Yes.
Good. Looks
Yeah,
really
I
good.
saw a little blurb about it the other day, and I thought it sounded interesting. So, yeah, I'd be down to
it's
check
good
that
shit.
out.
There's like a superhero, Mr. Miracle. He takes Moralico, which is just a little pill that gives him superpowers for 1 hour, super strength
Okay.
for 1 hour, right? So he's a part of the Justice Society. It's like that, but like different, and that's kind of cool. And it's unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Random superpowers.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting too. It's unpredictable, so it's like people are taking it like a drug, basically.
Just
so
im-
it's like
Imagine some person who's just really sad, right? Takes it and they get time-altering powers that irrevocably change history.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to. They did it. They don't know how to undo it.
yeah,
like,
because they
that's
only
just
have the power for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They
and
need
it's gone
somebody
after
else
that.
with
You're
the same
stuck.
power to undo what they did.
Yeah, and they may never get that same power. That's a crazy nightmare scenario.
Yeah.
And they're the only person stuck in that timeline, mind you. Their difference is just gone from our timeline.
Yeah.
They're just gone.
Anyway.
It's just here.
Official trailer for the Disney Plus documentary Howard, premiering August 7th. The story of songwriter Howard Ashman, who penned the lyrics for Little Shop of Horrors, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast before he died of AIDS at the height of the AIDS crisis in 1991.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Official Red Band trailer.
Suddenly see more.
Shut up. Jesus.
Official Red Band trailer for the sci-fi thriller Professor. Professor follows an agent who works for a secretive organization that uses brain implant technology to inhabit other people's bodies, ultimately driving them to commit assassinations for high-paying clients. Written and directed by Brandon Cronenberg, the son of genre legend David Cronenberg. Interesting. I've been looking into David Cronenberg's works a little more deeply lately.
Yeah, we've been talking about them a lot lately, actually.
Yeah. I put all of the Criterions and all the ones that are currently available on Blu-ray into my cart. Don't know when I'm going to buy them, but they're there.
They're the same. Yep. I mean, I
Um,
have scanners, but I need the others.
Yeah.
And Videodrome I have, but
I do have...
I
I got Videodrome a while ago. That's a really nice
I have
set.
half of them.
Ah,
Yes.
I need Naked Lunch and
Brood?
the other one. The Brood, yes.
Yeah. I need the...
Those are good.
Yeah. Anyway, official trailer for the horror comedy Slacks. That's S-L-A-X-X. When a possessed pair of jeans begins to kill the staff of a trendy clothing store, it is up
Sold.
to Libby, an idealistic young sales clerk, to stop its bloody rampage. From the producers of the 2015 cult hit Turbo Kid. Cool.
Sold. Those people
Excellent.
are amazing at what they do, so sold.
I keep forgetting that Turbo Kid exists. I need to
I
get
just
that.
took this picture of a pair of
Have you
jeans.
seen it?
No, it's hard to get. It's not like, you know. I know. I'm aware. This is why I want
It's
to see
available
it.
through their websites. I
I
think that's the
know.
only way to get it.
I just keep forgetting that it exists.
Yeah.
Anyway, check on your stuff, Rose. Don't
Oh, you can
let
probably
it
get
burn.
through eBay, actually. Probably a lot cheaper than their website now.
Well,
There
I
are
can
other
smell it.
vendors.
Kickstarter trailer for the documentary The Mist documentary. There you go. The story of two
Creative.
brothers, Rand and Robin Miller, and how a video game that forever changed the world of art and immersive entertainment. Directed by
I
Philip
was
Shane.
literally just reading one of their books.
Directed by Philip Shane, who previously co-directed the 2011 documentary Being Elmo, A Puppeteer's Journey.
Oh, excellent! That's a great.
It's so funny that that's announced, like, right when we've been talking about Mist for, like, the past 3 weeks.
Because Justin keeps bringing it up because he's buying a book, buying a book, buying a book. There you go.
Books on them. Yeah.
One week he's like, I'm gonna buy those Mist books. The next week he has 2 Mist books. The next week after that he's got a 3rd Mist book.
You
and
got
now
the next one,
this.
Now we have a Mist documentary.
Right?
Excellent.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the month of Mist.
I know.
We have powerful hold over pulp culture. We just don't know it.
Apparently, we're,
there's
like,
a few
huge
people we influence
influencers.
that influence someone else. It's like a wave, you know?
Yeah.
No. The reality is that where we live in a simulation. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah.
So,
You've got a point.
official trailer for the 5th season of the Netflix series Lucifer, premiering August 21st. And I think that's going to be the last season, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's it.
Most Netflix shows don't make it past 5.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
surprised
5,
it's still
that's
running.
sort of, the goal is to do 5 seasons and then...
Oh,
Like
after 5, there's apparently decreased viewership they found. So they,
Well,
they
also,
kind
a lot of shows are contracted for 5, like, right out of the gate.
Okay.
Like, so it's like you get your 5 and that's it.
correct.
Official trailer for the horror comedy Uncle Peckerhead. When a punk band scores their first tour, life on the road proves tough when they are joined by a man-eating demon as a roadie. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, here's one for us. Official trailer for the kaiju parody Notzilla. When a scientist from Japan smuggles a monster's egg into the United States, what could possibly go wrong when it actually hatches? And alcohol makes it grow taller than a skyscraper. The race is on as the monster drinks beer and wreaks havoc. The Japanese scientist tries to shrink it, and a crazed weapons physicist tries to nuke the monster and possibly take the entire city of Cincinnati with it.
Oh, of course. It's in fucking Cincinnati.
I have some thoughts about this. Now,
Uh-huh.
looking at the trailer, I immediately noticed it looks like a Direwit Films movie, which is like a small film company that makes these wacky, purposely bad, but like so well made that it's like purposely bad, but funny, like truly funny.
Like it works.
You know? Like it works. I mean, they've got the real humor mixed with real bad shit happening. Like
About 6 months ago, there was some news going on, because this happens from time to time. Cincinnati is a fairly popular city to film in.
Mm-hmm.
And we had, about 6 months ago, we had some stuff on the news that some news crews were showing up in Cincinnati for an unnamed film. I'm wondering if this was the unnamed film.
Oh, maybe. That might be it. Yeah.
I mean, if they actually did film it in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the it doesn't look like it looks intentionally bad. So I don't know how good it's gonna be. I'm gonna watch it because it looks good enough.
I mean,
but
big ass spider, right? That movie looked fucking ridiculous as hell, but it was also
big ass
brilliant
spider
and amazing.
good. This is not even the big ass spider's quality by appearance when it comes to like production budget.
So is it like like production budget?
No, no, it just looks like a really cheap film. Really cheap. Like it looks like card.
Did you hear that?
They put no
Yes.
effort into
Yes, I
miniatures.
did. Thank you, JL.
Yeah, no, it looks like it's purposely bad. Where it's like, oh look, it's cardboard boxes. And
Well,
clothing.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like sometimes, as you say, those purposely bad things can be fun if they're done
it
right.
Can be. And
sometimes
I
it
would
just
say that I
feels forced, and
I didn't. Some of it they looked very forced in many ways, but also there was
The
some
premise sounds amazing. I mean,
there were some funny moments in the trailer, so it's not doomed. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm trepidatious about this.
Trepidatious. What a great word. Trepidatious.
yeah, it's really great. Yeah.
I love good words like that. I rarely get to use
Almost
them.
like purposcacity.
What?
I like
Is that a word?
It is purposecacity.
I've literally never heard that word. Something to do with purpose, I imagine.
No.
No?
Purposecacity. Meaning. Purposecacity, the quality of having a ready insight into things. Shrewdness. the purposicacity of her remarks. So it's
Okay,
like
then.
just a
Crude
natural insight, I guess. Yeah.
Very cutting remarks, basically.
Sure.
Showing off with your big
So
fancy words. I see.
purposaciously.
I've never heard that
purposicacity.
used because that's like a really hard word to use in a sentence.
It is, but it exists. It's there.
Trepidatious, I got to use.
Now you're gonna hear it everywhere.
The damn thing fits.
That's the simulation.
Now
Actually,
that,
do
now
a very
that
large
you're aware of
vocabulary,
it, you're
so
going to
I'm
hear
using
it all over the place. Okay. Official trailer for the Netflix docu-series Fear City, New York versus the Mafia. 5 mafia families ruled New York with a bloody fist in the 1970s and 80s until a group of federal agents tried the unthinkable, taking them down. The series premieres July 22nd. That could be really interesting, actually.
Right now. Oh my god.
And finally,
I'm vibrating.
I did watch this. It's definitely in teaser territory, but excited to see that it's happening. Announcement trailer for Don Mancini's Chucky series, which will air both on the USA Network and the Sci-Fi Channel in 2021. So,
But what digital service will I be able to stream it from?
I don't know. Maybe Shudder. Shudder might pick it up, which would make sense.
Steve.net.
Steve.net.
Steve.net, yeah. .org.
It's like we live in 2020 now. Nobody fucking watches TV. We all fucking stream. Don't deny it. And if you do still watch TV, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's funny. I can't remember the last time I actually watched TV. I have cable, like basic cable, but I can't remember the last time I watched it. I always watch Amazon Prime or Netflix, you know, and that's
Netflix and Shudder for me.
I probably would watch Shudder, but I don't have a subscription to it yet. I'll get it eventually. It's on.
We need to watch something.
Pretty cheap, to be fair.
I keep seeing this ad for a movie called The Beach House on Shudder.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch it.
That.
There's a lot of stuff. There's the Creep Show series,
interesting,
which is apparently excellent. That is getting a Blu-ray release, though, at least, so that's definitely going to make its way into my collection.
Cursed Tapes is getting released also, or Cursed Movies is getting released. I mean,
nice.
And there's so many Joe Bob stuff.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
we're supposed to get a release. There's apparently a
last
Monster Vision
items.
announcement coming from them sometime soon. So
Interesting.
we might actually get a physical release of at least the bumpers for that show.
That'd
I'm
be cool.
so into that.
Movie TV news. Disney Plus has ordered its next animated series from Lucasfilm. Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Now,
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, this almost sounds like they're doing this because they heard there's a Star Trek comedy series, so we got to do one too. But anyway, so fresh off the critically acclaimed series finale of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the Disney Plus original series will premiere on the streaming service in 2021. The series follows the elite and experimental clones of the Bad Batch, first introduced in the Clone Wars, as they find their way in a rapidly changing galaxy in the immediate aftermath of the Clone War. Members of Bad Batch, a unique squad of clones who vary genetically from their brothers in the Clone Army, each possess a singular exceptional skill, which makes them extraordinarily effective soldiers and a formidable crew. Okay, so it's not a comedy. Good. I thought they were just doing
a filler. It fills the gap between Old Republic and the
That's cool.
Empire.
Yeah.
Really cool. I'm actually really curious about this
in the post-Clone War era, they will take on daring mercenary missions as they struggle to stay afloat and find new purpose. Now, they released the logo for this, and just about everybody I said, did you see that as the bad bitch at first? Let me show you. There's the logo. Huh?
The bad bitch.
Yeah. I thought that as the bad butch the first time, to be fair.
See? Even Rosie says it looked like the bad bitch.
I saw the bad butch, but I'm a weirdo, so.
I mean,
that's probably going to get changed.
I mean, it's a
before it
nice
comes
logo.
out.
It's got the Star Wars, lettering. It's fine, but it's just we all saw it as the bad bitch. Anyway, so looking forward to Star Wars: The Bad Bitch. There you go.
female
Hell
clone
yeah.
trooper.
So
This is very genetically. I mean,
that could
female clone
be a
trooper.
Captain Phasma series, the bad bitch.
Well, I mean, they said it genetic very widely from their genetic.
Yeah, like I said,
So,
Yeah, so there's like
female
variation.
trooper, damn it, femme trooper, damn it, make
The
it
femme
canon.
trooper.
in
Yeah,
Battlefront 2,
well,
that should have
it
been the
could be.
name of the single-player storyline.
All it would take is variance in a chromosome here and there. You know, I mean, it doesn't take
Yeah.
much. Okay, Josh Cooley,
Just
who
hormones, to be fair.
Josh Cooley, who helmed the Oscar-winning Toy Story 4, is set to write and direct Little Monsters, a live-action hybrid monster feature, not a remake of the Fred Savage film or connected to the 2019 Hulu
I was
film.
just gonna say.
Little Monsters' logline is being kept caged, but sources have described it as a love letter to classic Hollywood and the history of filmmaking, with a story that takes a multi-generational approach to the monsters.
Takes up a whole
Okay. By the way, for those who don't know, the original Little Monsters movie is getting a release from Vestron Video.
It is
My only problem being
on Blu-ray.
Vestron Video, so it's going to be like 30.
It's going to be expensive. Hey,
And, like,
cry,
bare
you
bones
know what?
sometimes.
Cry me a fucking river. You know how much those go for in Canada? Like $50.
It's
So-
stupid.
Okay.
It's bad.
Yeah.
It's awful. Just ugh.
The point still stands.
Yeah,
Fucking stupid.
which is even
Matter
more
what.
stupider. But anyway, Amazon Studios has put in development Tether, a supernatural drama from the Blacklist scribes Kevin Hamadani and Travis Betts. Travis Betts from The Saviors. Written by Hamadani and Betts, the genre-bending Tether follows the terrifying journey of Madeline Woods, a woman driven to find her kidnapped husband and son and exact revenge on those who hurt them and murdered her. Now a ghost and tethered to the house she died in, Madeline must find a way to escape her supernatural prison and save the ones she loves. Ooh,
That sounds cool.
that
And
sounds very Wraith the Oblivion. You know, the
it's a nice twist in the haunted house story.
the old World of Darkness one. That one didn't take off as much as the other ones. You living over there? What's going on? All right.
Oh,
But-
but no, that's like,
Do
it's
you
like
have
we do a ghost
Corona?
story, let's make it and
Having the Rona.
Ghost Dad, but cooler.
So yeah, Wraith the Oblivion.
Music
Well,
is-
go get some water. Come on. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Wraith the Oblivion. There was like one novel made based on it, which I have, and it was really good. And it was similar kind of idea. In that case, it was about a guy who was kind of wandering the afterlife and stuff, but still like finding connections back to his life. That sounds good. Yeah, I'd be down for that one for sure. Especially if it's a series. Get a lot of I like long form stories that deal with interesting ideas like that. HBO Max has acquired Shell, a spec script by Jack Stanley that comes with Max Minghella, director of Teen Spirit, attached to direct. Details for the script. Details for the script. Were you in a bit of a rush today, Raptor?
There's no editor.
Is under wraps, but sources said it is a satirical horror tale with sci-fi elements set in the health and beauty industry. Okay, cool.
An editor would have caught that. That's why I say he has no editor. You know,
Oh yeah, of course. No, he is his own editor.
every good writer needs a good editor. You know.
There you go. Okay. Netflix. Oh, this news I think we're all stoked about. Netflix has the first animated TV series based on the long-running Usagi Yojimbo comic books by Stan Sakai. We're
so
finally
excited.
getting a Usagi Yojimbo show.
Yes.
Animated series.
Finally, a Usagi
A real.
Yojimbo comic.
He's not just a guest
We've
star
been
in
waiting
Game
for
of the
It's
Year.
so
on
long.
Netflix, which means they don't have to water it down, which is
It means
wonderful.
it'll be Stan Sakai's vision. I mean, like,
Yes.
think about that.
Yeah. The
That's
streamer
amazing.
announced this
Netflix
week.
big comics.
The streamer announced this week Samurai Rabbit, the Usagi Chronicles, which is set in a world that mixes modern high-tech images with classic Japanese references. Spawned from Sakai's comics that began in 1984 and counting James Wan amongst its executive producers, the CGI series follows the teenage rabbit samurai Yuichi, descendant of the great warrior Miyamoto Usagi, on his epic quest to become a true samurai. But he isn't alone. He leads a ragtag team of misfit heroes, including a roguish bounty hunter, a cunning ninja, an acrobatic pickpocket, and a faithful pet lizard, as he battles depth-charging moles, metal-tipped winged bats, and monsters from another dimension, all in the pursuit to become the best samurai Usagi.
This is not the same thing. Okay. I'm alright with
This is
that.
the
Well,
one-
do you
this is
just
the
want
one
a
they've been
straight-up
working on for
adaptation of the
years
comic, or do
now.
you want something new? Like,
Kind of want a straight adaptation of the comic as an animated series.
well,
but
go
that's
read
fine.
the comic then. But,
They've been working on this for fucking years now.
He approved it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the shit out of it.
still his
He
vision,
approved it,
just
so good to go.
a different part of it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
A modern-day reboot of Fletch is in the works. I don't know how I feel about that. It was very much a Chevy Chase vehicle film. But with John Hamm set to star as the quick-witted investigative reporter character originally played by Chevy Chase in 1985's Fletch and its sequel Fletch Lives. The project, unveiled by Miramax, is based on the second book in the Gregory MacDonald series, Confess Fletch. Oh yeah, I forgot they were based on books. In a mysterious chain of events, Fletch finds himself in the middle of multiple murders, one of which pins him as a prime suspect. While on a quest to prove his innocence, Fletch is tasked with finding his
Which way
fiancee's
should I go now?
stolen art collection, acquired after her father goes missing and is presumed dead. Greg Mottola, who previously directed Superbad, Adventureland, and Paul, will helm the project with Zev Boro, writer on NBC's Chuck, penning the script. Well, that's got some cred to it, so that might actually be good.
The whole time I'm just thinking of the Family Guy joke where they called it Felch.
Felch.
Oh God. Oh, Felty. Not me. No, thank you. Moving on.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Richard Linklater has a new animated movie in the works at Netflix, Apollo 10.5, a space-age adventure. The film is told from two interwoven perspectives, capturing the astronaut and mission control view of the triumphant moment and the lesser-seen bottom-up perspective of what it was like from an excited kid's perspective, living near NASA, but mostly watching it on TV like hundreds of millions of others. The cast includes the likes of Jack Black, Zachary Levi, and many others.
Interesting.
I kind of
Okay.
like this concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like all the stuff that's happening, but you're seeing it from like what the general public would have seen
Different
Only-
perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
on TV.
With that sense of childlike wonder.
Yes.
And it's Richard Linklater.
There you
Yeah, of
go.
course. There you go.
The DC villain, the Atom Smasher, will join the Black Adam film, played by actor Noah Centineo. Yeah, anyway. The character has the ability to control his molecular structure, meaning he can change his size, strength, and durability. There you go. Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans are set to star in the spy vs. spy film The Gray Man, with Joe and Anthony Russo directing their first blockbuster since setting the all-time global box office record with Avengers Endgame in 2019.
Setting the bar high there.
The intention here is to create a new franchise with a James Bond level of scale and a budget upward of $200 million. The largest budget for a Netflix feature film to date. Oh, you know, it's a Netflix film. Wow. Joe Russo will write the script, with polishing by Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, who wrote the Russo-directed Captain America and Avengers films. Cool.
Oh well, okay. Those were excellent action films.
They were, indeed.
So okay. Also, I'm always open for like another big budget spy film because we only have right now is Mission Impossible.
We don't really have a lot right now, yeah.
No, we get a lot of comedies about it. We get
Yeah.
like smaller budget films, but we don't get any.
Well,
Well,
and-
there's no other competition, so I welcome it.
And once in a blue moon, we get another James Bond.
Yeah, exactly.
But
We're also getting soon too, aren't we?
we are. There's one coming out. Well, it was supposed to be coming out this year. I don't know if that's been pushed
Yeah.
back.
Probably push back. to next year.
Oh, yes. Did everybody pre-order this? I know I did. Scream Factory announced this week they'll be releasing a massive 16-disc set of the Friday the 13th franchise. It will include every film from 1980's Friday the 13th to the 2009 remake, new transfers, as well as new and archival bonus features. Now, just to clarify, it's not new transfers on all of them. It's new transfers on, like, 5 of them, I think.
Five of them, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
It's 1 to 4, and then
it's 6. It misses 5. I think
6
5.
maybe. Yeah, I can't remember what the 5th one is, but yeah, I'm just happy because I was always kind of annoyed at the excessive cropping that was done for the first one, and I'm hoping that this one is actually zoomed back for the new transfer as it should be.
Never gotten them uncut, and supposedly those are the ones that we're getting uncut. It's the new transfers, so fingers crossed.
Well, yeah. I think we talked about that at the time, but the problem is a lot of the uncut stuff, like the stuff that was cut back in the day, no longer exists. So unless they found it somewhere, but I don't know. I think it's just going to be new transfers of the cuts we have.
I bet you they have a VHS, and we're going to see VHS quality inserts, which would be better than nothing.
So. I don't think they're doing that. We would have heard about that. But,
well, the limited edition, which was limited to 7,000 pieces, the limited edition, the extra limited edition, which had like the posters and stuff through Screen Factory, that sold out already.
Yeah.
And the whole box set's limited to 13,000 pieces, 1,300 pieces.
So get your pre-orders in now, or you might miss out on it.
They sold through 7,000 copies in 4 days, something like that.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it through Amazon. Oddly, the pre-order hit Amazon CA a few days before Amazon.com. Like, that never happens. So I just pre-ordered it, like, immediately.
I know a bunch of people who pre-ordered it because it's funny. Actually, to ship from Canada to America with the discount of the Canadian dollar and all that, it would end up being the same retail price as buying it here. But they were able to pre-order it days before me. So
yeah,
you know,
weird.
The only thing for me is like, I don't care enough about the series to want to get the whole damn set. I just want Jason Goes to Hell because I've never seen it before, and it's only available on DVD, and that's the only way to get it.
That's actually that one. I should mention that one does have 2 different cuts on this set. We're getting the theatrical and the uncut one. The uncut one here has only been available on DVD, so we're finally getting it on Blu-ray.
And so basically, I'm just stuck here like. Yeah. That's me, like, you're gonna make me buy Jason X. You're gonna make me buy Jason fucking X,
dude.
And Jason Freddy versus Jason again,
and Freddy versus Jason again.
But also the original 8 Paramount films. Like, come on, those.
I'm glad to upgrade my mask set, which
which only half of them are really kind of good. I'm sorry.
The first 4 are great. I love the first 4.
All of them are great.
I haven't seen the rest of them, so
you know.
Oh, Jesus.
Some of them are great just because they're cheesy, though.
Yeah.
Red alert! Red alert!
Jason Goes to
Analog Man! He's been wanting to raid us for so long. How's it going, dude?
Yay! Analog Man!
Glad you finally managed to coordinate a raid.
I haven't seen that guy in a little bit.
Instead of raiding my reruns. That's right, Analog dropping, rating 90 cranks.
The cat.
Yeah.
Oh, cat.
It's a cute cat.
Cranking those 90s.
I think the cat's name is Milky.
Welcome to the party, everybody. We're doing our weekly geek chat here. Feel free to sit and relax and geek out with
Milky's
us.
Milky's a good kitty. I don't know who
We're just going over some of the week's geeky news here.
Yeah. I was just in the middle of, like, subjecting myself to a bunch of hate by saying I didn't really want this beautiful set.
It is beautiful.
I'm a huge fan of
Jason
Goes to Hell.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you very
fan
much.
of
Thank you.
Jason Goes to Hell, and so trust me, Stoudman, once we
It's fun.
move into an apartment, I'll make you see it then. At the worst case.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. Jason Goes to Hell was actually the first Friday the 13th movie I saw all the way through.
Wow.
I'd only seen bits and pieces of the others, trailers for a couple of them, and had never actually sat down and watched any of them. And then got Jason Goes to Hell, and so that was my first like full exposure to Jason as a film menace, whatever.
But I'm annoyed I'm buying Freddy vs. Jason again, because that movie I fucking hate.
But it's I
Not
don't
good.
get why you hate that movie so much. It does.
It's not
it
very
does,
good. It's not terrible, but it's not.
It's Freddy
great.
fighting Jason. How much fucking artistic do you expect it to be?
Not good,
It does what it
though.
says on the tin. You're just still bent out of shape because it
badly.
wasn't Kane
I'm
Hodder.
on Sean's
Anyway,
side on this.
No, that's just a awful pick against it.
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah,
whatever.
no,
There are
it's
those of
fun.
us that love
Fun.
Freddy vs. Jason and will be happy for the upgrade. And for us in Canada, that disc is an upgrade because ours is fucking bare bones bullshit. So I'm glad to get it. What? What?
He's like, I'm dealing with all
No,
these
it's
assholes
10:30.
over here, honey.
10:30 is
He
the
has
cutoff
that's
time,
on
you know
the internet.
that.
Hold on. Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So for me, it's a worthy
But I'm gonna
upgrade.
buy it again. 'cause-
For me, it's a worthy upgrade for the new transfers, for the multitude of extras. As far as we're aware, and I think it's a pretty safe assumption, the two documentaries, his name with Jason was Jason and Crystal Lake Memories, are not being included. So, get those separately. But I mean, there's quite a shit ton of other stuff. So, there you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna buy it, and I'm probably gonna watch that stupid fucking movie again. Again. Just to justify the fact I fucking
No,
freaking bought
we
it.
can wait to watch it. That's all right.
You look so
Oh yeah, just
miserable.
wait a few years.
I'll be back
Aw,
on
hi, Rosie.
tomorrow. Don't be
Hi,
all
Rosie.
sad.
Hi,
Aw.
Rosie.
Who was it? Brinsley?
Hi.
Well, he's probably here. Brinsley, are you here?
Aww.
He's here.
Grizzly's right there.
Aw.
He's right there. You can say goodbye.
Aww. That's
Sweetie.
adorable.
She wasn't keeping
Oh,
track of the
okay.
time, and the Wi-Fi or the internet to the consoles gets shut off at 10:30. So, yeah, she felt bad that she couldn't say bye.
Aww.
Sweetie.
How sweet.
Oh, come on.
Aww.
What
a sweet girl.
Oh, sweetie. I'm gonna get you back on a regular schedule, kiddo.
God, I need to get into a regular schedule.
Aww.
All right, just for like
1 second.
Rosie.
another half hour, okay, and that's it. Okay, come on, go. You're welcome.
Aw. You're such a
How
softie.
much as we like your ass.
You mean all I have to do is cry at you and you'll do what I want?
That's right. Well, not
All right,
you.
good to know.
I'll just laugh at you. I'll just laugh at your pain. Hi, sweetie. I can't do stuff when you keep clinging to me.
Just making you feel nice.
Deal with
I
it.
know. Alright,
I
have
get it.
till 11, then that's the absolute cutoff. Okay? Alright,
So-
you're welcome.
The world's on fire. I don't blame her. I cry every day too.
Okay. Where were we? What were we doing? What's going on? Who are all you people?
I
How'd you
was
get
bitching
into my
about Freddy
living
versus
room?
Jason and we were moving on.
Yeah, the last thing was
That's literally it.
the Friday the 13th set.
Oh yeah, part
So what's the
3.
next thing on the list?
Part 3 in proper 3D. That is also one of the
Yes.
things, because the existing release only has it in anaglyph, which is great for those of us who don't have 3D TVs, but do have the red and blue glasses. We can watch it, but
So
Yeah.
we're actually getting a stereoscopic.
it's
Yeah,
an
we're getting
actual
real 3D.
proper polarized 3D. So like
Yeah,
proper
that's right.
Blu-ray 3D. So
Polarized. That's
polarized, yes. But yeah, what's next?
Yeah.
Comic book news. DC Comics have announced Rorschach, a 12-issue comic book series written by Tom King and art by Jorge Fornes. launching later this year, set 35 years after the conclusion of the universally acclaimed Alan Moore Dave Gibbons Watchmen series. Rorschach follows an investigation into an assassination attempt against the first guy. Blah blah blah. You know what? I really don't give a shit about all these Watchmen spin-offs. I have no interest in
100%.
this whatsoever. The original,
Enjoy it if you like it.
the original was a self-contained 12-part motherfucking masterpiece of a comic. All of these spin-offs are just DC milking the beautiful things that Alan Moore gave them.
They're milking
for
the movie.
money,
They're not even
money,
milking the
money, money, money. That's it.
The movie is just hugely popular, and so they're just milking the fucking fame of the movie at this point.
I do not care about any of these fucking Watchmen spin-offs. So, forget it.
But if you do enjoy them, we're just not interested
If
in
you
watching
do enjoy them, great, enjoy them. Just don't talk to us about them because we'll just yell at you.
He'll just yell at you. I'll just be like,
What?
no thanks.
What? Oh.
He'll definitely yell at you,
Okay.
though. And we'll all laugh because it's funny, but, you know.
Hold on.
Which one? A minute?
Well, you can keep talking. I just, you know.
No, you know what I really want? The only thing I really want is Golden Age Watchmen. I want the heroes that we get like only a glimpse of. I don't give a fuck about the further adventures of fucking Owlman.
I
just that his story, the important part of his story was told. I would love to see the original Owlman and like all the heroes that were murdered and you know like all I want those the original people. I want to see that's the kind of stuff I'm more interested in. If you're gonna milk it in the other direction, please. I want to see some World War II superhero heroics.
I did. It takes a minute. Oh my god. Save. It's saved. It's not instantaneous. Okay. Where were we?
We were complaining about Watchmen and we're done, so we can move on to the next.
Right. Fuck all the Watchmen spin-offs. Fuck integrating into the DC universe. Fuck you, DC, for milking that shit. Just reprint the original book a million times if you want money, like you've been doing anyway.
Do it.
We could do that
Make
anyway.
your
Yeah.
dreams
It's like
come
number one
true.
book for the longest time.
Anyway.
Number one trade paperback for like years.
Yeah.
You know.
So, Keanu Reeves is making his comic book debut both behind the page and on the page with the upcoming 12-issue limited series, Berserker, spelled Brzrkr. Co-written with Matt and illustrated by Alessandro Vitti, Berserker is a hyper-violent action series which follows an immortal warrior called the Berserker. Imagine that. Who does dangerous jobs for the U.S. government in exchange for the truth about his existence. Berserker #1, released by Boom Studios, hits store shelves on October 7th.
My love for you is like a truck berserker.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
There's a lot of internet discussion about how much work a celebrity goes into to working on a comic versus the regular writer, because it's like a co-written thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't give a crap. It's a cool concept. Let's just go with it. Like,
yeah.
You literally started singing the song.
Before I don't give a the concept with the person.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened. Who cares who wrote how much? That's between them. You know who should care about who wrote more than the other? The two people writing it. You know, like they should care about who puts. The rest of us should just fucking read it and enjoy it, right?
And ultimately, it's even a little more complicated than that, because you can write like 75% of the fucking thing, right? But the person who put 25% into it was the person who like literally put most of the heart and soul into it, who made the fucking characters breathe to life, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's not about how much of the story you write, it's about what you're putting into the story, right?
Right. So like I'm not here to judge who's done what in the work. I just want to see the work. I want
Exactly.
to see
Well, it's like, remember when we were talking about when they did the Big Trouble in Little China comic? And John Carpenter contributed to the story for the first 12 issues. Now, we don't know what the extent of his contribution was. It might have just been they ran some ideas by him, and he said, yeah, that sounds good, fine, whatever, money.
I doubt it.
That does sound like
no, I'm sure he was. I'm sure
I
he
bet
was
he's
more.
friends with the fucking writer. And
Yeah,
I bet
no, I'm sure he was more involved in that. But the point is, it doesn't matter because the end result was a really fun comic for fans of the movie. You know, it was a great comic. So
not all producers are bad. Some producers really do enhance shit. Iceman, yes.
Yeah,
correct.
Absolutely.
And it's just the ones that don't get the good producers are the ones that don't put their dick in the creativity when they know they shouldn't.
Yes.
There's like a smart producer knows when to put his dick in the pudding. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Spice it for taste at the right time.
Everything, and it's like
I remember. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but the producer for the Matrix films, very successful producer, a lot of big hits under his belt. But when he would talk in the documentaries about the Matrix films, it was all about how excited he was for the project, not all of the things that he tried to shoehorn into it because he's the producer. No.
Yes, Joel Silver, right?
Is it Joel Silver? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
He gets excited about his project. That's why he does his project.
But what he understood, and I think made very clear even in his interviews, is he knows to step back and let the creators create. And just do his job as a producer, you know, and...
It appears so, I would say. I don't know for sure, obviously. We only get what's on the camera, this little segment. We don't know what kind of boss he is. I don't know. My point is, he could be awful. I don't want to talk nonsense. I'm just saying, like, from what appears, it looks like he's very passionate about his projects.
Well, the point is, excited with the project. And I mean, the work speaks for itself. That is not a fucking studio film. That is an art film that had a big, massive fucking budget.
Studio did alter it. There was a character named Switch who was supposed to be male outside the Matrix and female inside the Matrix, thus making the transness of the film more obvious.
Yeah.
And they ixnayed that. That's
the
only
character's still there, just not with that aspect of it.
Yes, but, and I think that actually was a bad. They should have left that aspect in person. But
well, obviously, and for obvious reasons, but also consider that it was 20 fucking years ago. Like, a lot of the acceptance that we have now is still quite new. You know,
I don't think have acceptance. Let's be honest.
Well, we have more now than we did then. That's the point. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, we do.
What? I said, yeah, I know. Yeah. That's what I said.
It's like, but like 20 years ago, it wouldn't have flown as well. You know, just because of like the social climate at the time, which is terrible, but it's true, you know. So, as much as I hate it too, and I think, and you can see also, I mean, they definitely tried to retain some of that with the character, just in the way she looks very androgynous, like in terms of her appearance and such. So I think that was probably, I guess, the compromise, but
the best they can do with the gross pressure from the studio.
It'll be interesting to see because the Matrix 4 is in the works now. I wonder.
am so excited. No, they're gonna have like no one's gonna touch it.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah. So I bet you they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that in this one.
There are two trans women ahead of this. You fucking touch
it. Exactly.
Fucking no.
I wonder if this will have any kind of representation in it. So,
Oh yeah, I know, right?
I would be shocked if there was none. I would be genuinely.
It's just going to be all big, beefy men.
I'm trying to remember the Atlas. What was the movie that they did?
Cloud Atlas?
Well, not a few years ago. Cloud Atlas, 10 years ago.
Which I still haven't seen.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately and wanting to revisit that one. There's so much going on in Cloud Atlas. It's
like a
time like an onion. So
travel.
You're in one story, then you go to the next story, and the next story, and then you finish that whole story, and you come back out, and back out, and back. It's literally like layered like that.
Neat.
It rewards watching it more than once. I would love to rewatch it with you. It's one of my favorites.
I still need to see it for the first time. Yeah, I have it. Just haven't got around to watching it yet.
Pull your shorts off, bro.
There's a lot I have on my shelf that I've had for ages and haven't watched. I was talking today about Matthew McConaughey. Was it Razor Wire Ryan was talking about how he rewatched Contact and was surprised by how well it held up. And I said, Matthew McConaughey is really good in that. He's like, yeah, we're doing a double feature with Interstellar. And then I said, yeah, I haven't watched that yet. She's like, what?
Oh yeah, and this show is great too.
That's one you definitely need to get around to.
I
It's
know.
like, okay,
I know.
of all the things that people keep telling you need to watch this one, to me, that's at the fucking top of the list. Interstellar
I know.
is so
Cinematography is beautiful.
I know.
The
I know.
space scenes are gorgeous. They're like 2001 gorgeous.
I
in my
know.
opinion.
That's what I've heard.
I remember watching
I know.
Contact.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I own the Blu-ray.
Contact's
I
good
know.
too. Have you seen? You say you haven't seen Contact? You said.
Which one? I've seen Contact.
Okay, Contact's great.
Yeah,
I
Contact
saw
is
it in a
great.
drive-in of all places.
Yeah. What were we talking about? We went off on so many tangents there.
With Matrix, we were talking about.
Oh yeah, because Keanu was going to be in a comic,
Yeah.
and it somehow got into this conversation about producers and Big
Oh,
Trouble
we were
in
talking
Little
about how
China.
producers aren't always bad. And, I was like, and then we're talking about how
Oh,
good Joel
right,
Silver
yeah.
was. I'm like, well, I don't know, but I know somebody acts the whole transness of the original movie. I don't know who did that.
right.
That's why I didn't want to.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to like start praising anybody. And then like, well, he's the one who did it. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
You know, like, I'm protecting my own ass here.
But I was just thinking, yeah, in terms of
Shit, y'all.
an example of a producer that doesn't seem to get his thumb in that much. I mean, every producer will to some extent. It's just their job. But he seemed more willing to let them play in their own sandbox.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
which I
the
think
thing
is
is, a
great.
lot of those choices back then were made. A lot of those negative choices were made on a perceived notion of
backlash or
promotability.
something. Oh,
Promotability, right?
Yeah.
They perceived that they would hurt the box office, and really,
the appeal
reality
or
has
whatever.
shown that people actually like diversity to some degree.
Well, it's like
God forbid it reflects the real world.
It's like the old saying, variety is the spice of life. So why would
Right?
you not want your art to also reflect that philosophy?
Exactly.
Come on. Variety
And,
of people, variety of ideas.
If there was higher representation, right,
Yeah.
you could then do movies of all one type of person and no one call you racist or sexist or whatever,
Yeah.
because who cares? Because most movies are equal. That would be the exception to the rule, right?
Yeah.
The problem is the current rule is that it's a bunch of straight white people, almost always,
Yeah.
and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, next bit of news.
Well, that's it for the news, other than whatever Garbage Gamers got on the news of the gaming this week of the news.
What's on the screen this week, Garbage Gamer?
Actually, the Raptor said, "What's on the news this week, Eric?" Maybe he heard all my whining about it.
Well, I got some stuff here.
Yay, stuff.
Stuff and things. So the first thing, kind of a silly announcement, but it was awesome at the same time. The game Worms Armageddon,
Oh yeah.
after 21 years, got a new update for Steam.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Update 21. The last one was in 2013, I believe.
Wow.
Yep. This is a major patch. They said 21 years after its release.
We
this
finally fixed it.
Yeah, actually, there's some bugs finally fixed.
7 years worth of fixes, changes, and improvements. And it includes, I'm not going to announce all of them because there are 370 fixes,
Holy shit.
45 changes to the game, and 61 new features that were
And
added to the game.
a bunch of fan-created content that they made official.
Yeah, they literally went back through the mod community,
I don't know
the
what
fan
that's mod.
community, and gathered all the best mods, the best changes, and just went, here!
And there's some things that are now permanent attributes to the game that are now fundamentally changed the future of Worms, they said. There's like new character classes that are now permanent.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal, by the way.
Oh yeah, and it's just like, wow. So yeah, it's on Steam. And that's where the update went through. Steam has the list, and the bug fixes and changes has the list of every single thing that they added, fixed, changed, and put new features in. So you want to read through that? Have fun. It's a nice. Pull it up on your phone and read while you poop.
Like 007, like 007 said,
It's a
that's,
fucking small novel.
like 007 said, that's done for love, not for money, because that
Exactly.
game sells regularly for $1. Okay.
Oh,
Start
yeah,
making
Worms
money.
Armageddon? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been out forever,
Team
yeah.
17
Great game, by the way. You should buy it.
So they're long running.
Steam 17, isn't it? Did that one?
Team 17, yeah.
Yeah.
Great
They started on the Amiga back in the days. They were like one of the premier...
Actually, bit of a plug to a YouTube
independent
channel,
Amiga developers, like game developers.
Bit of a plug to a great YouTube channel. Surprised you don't, maybe you know about him, Sean. Paraphractics Retro Recipes.
Okay.
Pretty much, he's a big Commodore and Amiga and stuff nerd, and he actually has some of the original development Amigas that made the original Worms games.
Oh wow!
Wow, that's crazy.
A lot of the original files and demo files and all the stuff in it. He goes through with somebody and like restores and brings.
Oh wait a second! I think I've seen this guy. Does he speak like really softly?
Really soft with a British accent.
It's like ASMR retro. Yeah, I've seen him. I know the guy you're talking about.
I was talking with Stout actually last week before SNI about him. We were going through. He has a filmography because he's been extras on like 7 of the Star Wars movies. He's been,
really?
Oh yeah. If you look up Paraphractics website, it has a list of all the things. And he's been voices for a number of games, and yeah, he's a voice actor. He's an actual actor.
Yeah, one of the ones I saw was he got a hold of like another one of those production Amigas. Maybe it was one of the Team 17 ones, actually. But anyway, he got a hold of one of them, and they were going through, I guess, the hard drive, and found fragments of data of this RPG that was in the works.
Wormwood.
Oh,
which
that's
one?
Cool.
Wormwood.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And it looked
That's
like it
cool.
was there was some environment assets and some other stuff to suggest maybe it was going to be part of an intro or something. So they took all the bits and pieces they could find and essentially did a recreation of what might have been the intro for Wormwood. So, yeah, and it was very cool seeing the sort of process putting it all together.
Yeah, so if anyone out there ever gets a chance to check it out, definitely Paraphractics Retro Recipes.
Retro Recipes, there you
go. Great Amiga channel, Commodore channel.
Yeah, I got to. I'm gonna check that right now. I can't remember if I had subscribed to them. It was probably you who pointed me towards them in the first place.
I've posted a few of his things in like video game links, and actually a few I think in shit post. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun going lately. In the last week or so, I've been going through
Paraphractics. Oh, I'm actually subscribed to him.
Like, I kind of figured you would be. Cause
okay.
Hi, Cat.
Everything Commodore, everything Amiga.
But the sub box being what it is, I probably just wasn't forgot because I wasn't notified of anything.
That often. I would say like once every couple of months he does a video, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of those that just kind of falls off if you're not a regular subscriber. But anyway though.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there.
But next little bit of news here, we actually got a tech trailer for the remastered version of Crysis. And we actually got the Nintendo Switch's tech trailer showing. And it's surprisingly interesting how good that looks. And I can see how they're doing it. And because I know if it was actually running on like CryEngine 3, the Switch would melt. So I'm thinking it's running off a different engine because it's doing things that I've never seen the engine do. The big one they announced was voxel-based per pixel lighting. So that's something that I don't believe they use. I think they use a version of volumetric lighting in the CryEngine. So I don't think it's running on CryEngine, but it does look really, really good. Yeah, it's running 720p, 30 frames per second, which is most high-end games on the Switch. Not surprised. But I'm glad to see that it is running at least 30 frames per second and not choking and dying like it did on the PS3 and the 360 when that got released. It was like a 15 frames per second slideshow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, if it's I would not be upset if this was your first impressions of the Crysis game and it was on the Switch. I would be like, yeah, that's a fairly accurate representation. It's obviously will look better on other platforms, but this is a pretty good version from what I can see. I'm not disappointed. So, So yeah, so that kind of interesting.
Cool.
Microsoft announced that the new version of Microsoft Flight Simulator was going to be a download of a whopping 90 gigabytes in size. Just the download. That's the compressed download. And they are going even further. If you're a bit of a masochist, you can buy a physical copy of the game that's coming on a whopping 10 DVDs.
Oh, wow.
A 10 DVD box set that it has the new Flight Simulator game on it.
10 DVDs, good lord.
Why wouldn't you just put it on fucking Blu-ray?
Yeah,
It's
like
a
just a
PC
couple
release.
of Blu-rays.
It's a PC release.
And most people don't have Blu-ray.
Most people don't even have optical drives.
Yeah.
Let alone. And if you're going to have an optical drive, it's probably going to be a double-speed DVD writer at this point still.
Yeah.
Make it down.
Both of mine have
Nobody's
DVD
gonna
drives
fucking
in
buy
them.
that.
On PC, so it
I should
actually
really
makes
get a
sense.
Blu-ray drive for it one of these days.
It really makes sense that they would put it on DVDs because that's for the longest time that was the bog standard on every custom PC build.
Yeah.
So
True.
this is just a thing you're just hitting a wider market with that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or
I saw they
USB
showed-
sticks, yeah. Well, it would need to be
yeah.
a big USB stick, though.
Yeah, 120 gig USB.
Actually, yeah, no, that would work, yeah.
Not uncommon.
I don't
So
know.
What?
Meow.
What?
Meow. Meow.
So next one here we have we got a voice actor trailer for the new Samurai Jack Battle Through Time game,
Nice.
and it has been confirmed that it is the entire original cast
Christ,
Excellent.
tried to trick me.
voices in the game. They showed off. Let's see who all they show off. Oh, the two big ones is they showed off the Scotsman and the Scotsman's daughter, and it's just those were fun voices to see being done. Also the guy that does the voice of the little poodle dog that you meet in like the first episode, the British talking dog they meet.
I've never seen a single episode of Samurai Jack.
Well, okay, you can just like go away.
Sorry.
But yeah, that guy.
That guy who did that character in that show you never saw. Oh, that guy. Okay.
I
hate you
my
so
brain
much right now.
can't process. I haven't seen anything of Samurai Jack at all.
I haven't seen anything of Samurai Jack at all.
Well, there you go. I saw the Clone
Don't
Wars
worry,
show
don't worry,
that
I
Gendy
have seen
Tartakovsky
Samurai
did.
Jack.
It's, you know.
I'm
I'm
familiar
happy
with
for your
Samurai
fans,
Jack,
for the fans, you know.
and I know how awesome it is.
I'd like
So
to see
you
it
have
because
at least
I love
one person
samurai
here
stuff,
with you.
but I just haven't seen it.
You guys seen most of the movies that Samurai Jack is inspired by.
So- well, true. But, no, at some
So
point I'll pick up the Blu-ray set. Like, it's definitely one that's been on my radar.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
watched. I actually, because of the Blu-ray set, I was able to finally finish off the 5th season,
Yeah.
and oh my god, it's so good.
Mm,
It
that's what I
ends.
heard. Yeah.
And so anyway though. So yeah, the Samurai Jack Battle Through Time game. I've been excited.
Aw, you
for the Bowser. It looks so good.
Nice.
Looks like so much fun. Okay, next one. As we all know, Ghost of Tsushima released yesterday, July 17th, 2020. As Sean has beautifully Vanna Whited his official copy there. And after the debacle with the early Last of Us 2 reviews, most review sites are not accepting any reviews until they believe enough time has passed that they believe the viewers have completed the game
Actually played the game. Yeah.
before posting the reviews. So that's a big deal. And if anyone's
That's amazing.
All the
Issue.
fucking review bombing bullshit for that absolutely brilliant, magnificent game.
I found out that like 80% of the reviews that were posted on like Kotaku and stuff like that were posted literally within hours of release.
Yeah,
They're saying
it's
there's
not
no way in
possible.
hell- No way in hell that you got there, and they even admitted that they played maybe 3 hours of the game.
Yeah,
Then
there's a
posted
guy.
Reviews.
There's a guy that Razor Wire Ryan's been watching who's trying to speed run it, and he's speed ran the first one, and he's trying to figure out how to speed run it, and even speed running up to the point where he fucked up, it's like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, there's some parts you just can't do faster,
No.
you know.
So yeah, I'm glad that they actually paid attention to all the bullshit and put a kibosh on it and just went like, okay,
good.
You know, none of this. I mean, we understand that some of these reviewers got early release copies, so they've already had it for a few days.
That's different, but
a lot of people didn't. Yeah. I think, especially The Last of Us, I don't think anyone got early release copies of that game.
No.
As I believe there are a few that and it happens sometimes that the company does not send out early review copies.
There was actually no. I know for a fact there was a few, like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye got theirs like 3 days early before the release date.
Yeah, but they're not reviewers though.
Because they had their first playthrough video going up on the release date. You
right.
know?
And that's totally fine. That's very different than a written review.
You're talking about like reviewers,
like like reviews on Kotaku where it gives a rating and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
These stuff like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye, when they get their review copies, they show their 100% playthroughs of these games. So if there's anybody that you should listen to on how you should feel about the game or whatever, it's listen to those people because they're the ones that have video evidence of them playing through the entire game.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Stu says, I fucking hate review bombing, but I understand it, but I hate it. Well, the thing is, the only purpose that it serves is for a small, angry percentage of the population to try to foist their opinion on everybody. Force them to bend to their opinion because they didn't like something. And try to persuade others to also not like it or not buy it because they didn't like it. That's not review. That's just being toxic and hateful towards something. Right. It's like, fine, you didn't like it, don't play it. Or don't watch that movie, or don't listen to that music, or whatever. Don't read that comic. But if you're going to review something, I mean, it's like we say, I mean, if you're going to review a game, play the fucking game. If you're going to review a movie, watch the entire movie.
If you walk out of the movie,
in the middle of your review, how much you hated it.
Armand White.
In the middle of it, admit that you didn't even see the whole thing. You walked out because you hated it so much.
Yeah.
You didn't sit through the whole movie, so your review is completely defunct.
It's
Every single opinion that you have.
Because you don't know what happens in the last half of the movie. It could be something that would completely change your opinion because it puts that moment you hated into perspective in some way. You know? And that's the thing. I hear a lot of people bail on The Last of Us Part 2 when it changes protagonists. And it's like, well, that other half of the story is vitally important.
Yeah, I read about that.
You need to experience that full story in order to actually understand the damn story.
Some of the big official reviews went up with people admitting, like I said, how people admit to walking out of movies they don't like.
Yeah.
Some of these reviewers were admitting that they stopped playing the first time it switched to a different protagonist.
Yeah, like, you can't do that.
Less than an hour of the game then.
You've literally missed the whole point of the game.
Not to spoil anything, but it literally switches protagonists like an hour into the game.
Yeah.
So you played that long of like this 30+ hour game. You played one of it. Yeah.
Oh, they changed at that point.
At point,
oh,
they said
that's bullshit.
It changes perspective away from Ellie.
Yeah.
They said it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. The story's barely even started at that point. Like, nothing's happened.
Like, they're so I remember and close-minded on the fact that the entire game should have been played as Ellie because that's how all the promotional information was advertised.
Whatever.
Through the entire thing.
Like, fully, I'd say...
People have having expectations. Hey, guess what? If you have expectations about art, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, art is not a democracy.
I remember saying to Sean when he got to that point, we're now officially halfway through the game.
Yeah,
I thought you were just being kind of joking, but nope.
No, when it got to, I think it was. Let me check real quick. Because I obviously didn't watch all of it.
I don't have an opinion.
But for the 2-hour-long,
I don't have a system that can play any of them, so.
This almost 2.5-hour long videos consistently, when it got to part 12 of Jacksepticeye's 2-hour-long per video playthroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long fucking game.
Yeah.
Major Motoko's not following me on Twitter anymore? That's rude.
Wow.
Unfollowed.
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
Doesn't follow me? Fuck that. I'm unfollowing you then.
Well then, petty.
Be like that.
Unfollow.
Anyway.
Yeah, the last bit of news here. No Man's Sky got a new update 2.6, called Desolation.
Whoa.
It's oh, here we go. And No Man's Sky Desolation: scavenge and survive in the haunted wreckages of derelict freighters with this Desolation update.
Whoa.
Procedurally generated freighters, more story content, combat improvements, and freighter customizations.
I like the sound of this.
And it says derelict freighters are procedurally generated with no two interiors the same. The only way to learn the fate of the crew is to step through the airlock door and find out for yourself.
Oh.
It honestly, it looks like a mix between Alien Isolation and Dead Space.
Sold.
It says uncover the freighter's secrets won't be easy, as these derelicts are full of danger and the crew's fled, systems failed, the lights are off, support and gravity is offline, and the security AI has gone awry.
Uh-huh.
So it makes a little System Shock 2 there.
Yeah.
It looks really creepy as shit.
Nice.
I own the game, so I can play it.
I'll
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
check
if you
that
already-
out.
Yeah, if you own the game, it's a free update.
They also have living ships now, and they combine those two elements, and it's awesome.
And
Interesting.
same thing, procedurally generated stories, improved bloom effect.
Hi, kitty.
So yeah, that was when I was like, ooh. I know this will probably snag Sean into wanting to play the game again.
Yes.
So yeah, the new No Man's Sky Desolation update. And that's really all the news I got for this week.
I thoroughly enjoyed No Man's Sky. I got annoyed with the people watching me play No Man's Sky because some of them were just going on and on about how bored they were. It's
well, that you just ignore those people. Fuck that. That's when you just literally do the most boring thing possible. And you just.
It's
you know
like,
sorry,
Someone it's not an
chat?
action game. I'm trying to chill out here, and you're stressing me out with your boredom.
You know what? You know what's funny? Someone started doing that in my chat, and I literally started just identifying every possible thing. I was going
scanning everything.
I mean, everything walking slow. I'm like, am I boring you yet? Get out of here. I was just okay, you want to be a shithead? I'll be a shithead back.
I would have loved to have been the live stream, or be in the live stream room of that guy who played the game for like 100 hours and never left the starting planet.
Oh my god, that's
He did a whole write-up of like his adventures on a starting planet, and he like maxed out his character, maxed out his ship, and everything in the game, pretty much everything in the game at the time, and never took off and went into space.
Wild.
Well, I mean, I guess you can do that. I mean, there's a lot of resources on those planets.
Yeah,
so,
they're massive planets too.
Yeah.
I love that game. The game's great.
I liked it.
I liked it. The very first thing when it was just a walking simulator in space. I love that. They added a bunch of extra stuff now, but like there's story and all sorts of crap I don't care about.
Me and Stoud, we were both day one players.
Yeah.
No Man's Sky.
All three of us. That was day 2.
2 minutes, Rose.
I had to wait.
I'm just reminding you.
But yeah, I got that game like immediately. Eric? Didn't you get it twice over? Didn't you have it on a console and done?
Well, no, because it was. No, Stoud did.
Oh, you did.
I have it on PC now, but when it first came out, it was a PS4 exclusive.
Right. Yeah. I got it day one on the PC.
Yeah,
dude, Stewie, the game has done so much since launch. There's been like a lot of major updates to it.
It's a completely different game.
It's an entirely different game now.
Yeah.
I recommend picking it up or checking it out if you have it already.
Now.
Yeah.
It's installed very much.
It's a completely different game at this point.
It is
so fucking different.
It's so far removed from that.
All the people that like.
By the way, you know what's crazy? Your starting planet is trying to kill you. You spent 100 hours on that planet.
Yep.
You can't survive more than like a minute outside your fucking outside structures, without special shielding.
He
And
fixed
this guy
it.
spent 100 hours on that planet. That sounds like hell. I would spend 100 hours on my next planet,
But
not the first planet.
hey, hold it. The fact that he did that, though, imagine how easy all of the other planets in the game are going to be to him.
The rest of the game could be such a boring cakewalk as he just meanders his way to the center of the galaxy. Like, all right, that's cool. But like, I mean, if anyone's even played that starting level is like pain in my ass. I hate it.
I don't know that it really matters, Stewie. I got it for PS4, so.
I think the PC version looks better. That's just me.
And
Really doesn't.
How good your PC is.
Whatever's cheapest for you.
Yeah, whatever's.
That's what I recommend.
If you have multiple people that play on different platforms, it's not all that expensive to get both versions.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
You go on sale quite often.
I think it's on sale right now for half off.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, whatever you can get it cheapest because it's all the same game.
The version is free updates.
Oh yeah,
it's free updates.
They added crossplay. It really doesn't matter which one you have.
So
now we can do multiplayer. Sean, now we can do multiplayer because I have a PC and you have the PS4 one.
Yeah, so
multiplayer. I'm glad that's becoming more of a thing with games now. Like we're starting to see that more and more. The cross-platform.
Dude, we could all play No Man's Sky together.
We could,
that would be really cool and chill. Actually,
absolutely. All four of us exploring, ghostly derelict freighters.
Yeah. That'd be great. It'd be spooky.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. You'd all be sending me in ahead. Okay, Sean, just tell us what you find in there. We'll wait out here and guard the door.
We're all standing up there scoped around.
I gotta repair my ship. I'm sorry, guys. You go ahead of me. I never show up. You come back and I'm just sitting in the cockpit. No, I didn't want to go in. You guys are fine.
It's okay.
What is that game that was like the Cube? We need to play that.
Oh yeah.
He does here.
Fuck, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was called.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's that one. It's like you go into each. You have to like try to survive to the exit. And
that was so much fun. We died so much.
It's fun for like 3 or 4 hours with your friends, and then you don't want to play anymore because.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But I mean,
you come back.
Oh my god, that very first one. We took this. We went to the hardest level possible, like the very first thing out, and then we went to the easiest one and realized what insanity we had caused the very first time. There was no way we could have survived the first game.
Remember
we had no idea.
Game Depth.
Depth. Well, Depth was a good one too. Yeah, the shark.
Yeah, the one where like one is a team of
divers.
The other one is a team of sharks.
Well, it's just one shark.
The number of sharks depends on the number of divers.
Yeah.
There can be up to like 5 sharks, depending on the number of divers.
Going to bed?
4 sharks. 4 sharks, excuse me.
Yeah, the Long Dong Squad needs to have a reunion.
Yes, we've been talking about coming back to the Carnation for a while.
Absolutely. We will.
Reunion of the
you had enough, kiddo?
He's like, I haven't decided yet. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, can I show up something quickly?
What? Oh. Rose wants to show everybody something. It's not really a pickup, but it's something she's rediscovered.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh, a PSP.
The show.
Any minute now.
Hold it up to the camera.
My old PSP.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, yay!
Charged it.
She found, well, she knew where it was. She didn't know where the charger was, so she found the charger.
Oh,
I just need new batteries. My battery's swelled up in storage. I need new ones. We don't have a ton of games for it. We got like Secret Agent Clank, Loco Roco, Patapon. Patapon, yay! That might be it. But then she's also got an NES emulator on there with like all of the old NES games. So it's pretty cool. Every game ever.
There you go. There's Patapon.
PSP was the second console I ever modded.
That was the first console I ever modded, actually. No, I take it back. I modded my Wii back in the day, so I guess it'd be my second console.
The Wii was my third. The original Xbox was my first ever mod.
I never had an Xbox.
Don't
I had
get
2
Akira
Wii's,
on UMD. Well, I'm not planning to buy any UMD movie ever.
I have
so
no. I have JL's favorite movie of Karate Kid on UMD. It came with my,
Just
it
trying
came
to
with
get
my
on top of your
PSP.
head.
I see.
I remember the original bundles for the PSP that came with a copy of Spider-Man on UMD.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
3,
even
right?
back then, I was
Ugh.
like,
No, that was PS3.
why they're making mini movies? It just reminded me of the video
Yes.
cartridge for the Game Boy Advance. It seemed very fun.
I tried to watch movies on there, and I could not do it because it's
Good
just
night,
such a
sweetie.
fucking small
Can I sleep
screen.
in your bed?
It's like,
No.
It's miserable. It's a miserable
I'm
experience.
going to
honestly.
bed shortly
Yeah,
because somebody
it's
kept
terrible.
waking me up today. I'll be going to bed after the show.
I don't know who that
'cause
is.
I still
I
haven't
don't know
fully
who that
recovered from the marathon. So, you can sleep in your bed.
When are you waking up?
I'm waking up when I'm not tired anymore. Okay?
At least he's not staying up all night.
Don't wake me up. Don't plant bombs in my room. Just let
Do
me
it.
sleep.
Do it.
And I'll get up at a reasonable time, okay?
Bombs
Dude,
in your
plant
room? What was
bombs
this?
in
Start
I
your
behind
should
your
room.
back.
explain. Okay, Rosie has like a cooking timer. So when she decides that it's almost time for Daddy to get up, arbitrarily the time that she decides, she'll set the timer for 1 hour and put it in my room. So all I hear is tick, 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 tick.
Yes.
It sounds like a bomb. I'm
Yes!
just waiting for the bomb to
Yes!
go off. So of course, as soon as I hear tick, 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 I'm instantly wide awake because I'm a fairly light sleeper.
God.
And
I would have been thrown out the window the first time. I'll buy a new
Yeah, I
one
know.
later.
yeah,
That's not happening anymore.
so yeah, so no bombs.
What if I
Do the
want to
bomb.
plant a bomb
More
in your room?
bombs.
Then
You
too
sleep
bad.
forever.
Well, I'm gonna
That's
sleep
okay, you're
longer.
allowed to
Then I'll
sleep
turn
forever.
it off and I'll sleep more. But
Set
yeah,
an alarm at least.
no.
You have raised your
Sleep in
child
your bed.
well, sir.
I'm going to bed after the show. So
You'll wake up earlier.
yeah, as long as you don't wake me up. If you just let me get my uninterrupted sleep, I'll wake up earlier. Literally been explaining this to you since you were 5. When you interrupt sleep, it means I have to sleep longer to make up for the sleep that you interrupted. So I know you're bouncing off the walls of boredom.
That's literally how it
But-
works, actually.
You have, like, walls of entertainment to keep you busy while you wait. It's also because she doesn't get internet unless I'm awake. She only gets
Ah.
supervised internet, so... It's not that she
Yep.
wants to spend time with her dear old dad. No. She just wants dear old dad to turn the internet back on. So, yeah.
Could be worse,
Okay,
Rose. It could be
let's go to
the
bed.
dial-up days of internet,
Can I say goodnight?
where you only had uninterrupted
You've
internet
been saying
access
goodnight for 20 minutes.
when it was like 10 o'clock at night.
Alright, say goodnight quickly. Come on.
Night, everybody.
Nice!
Garbage
Alright.
Gamer.
Everybody say goodnight.
Skinslip.
Yep,
Everybody.
everybody.
Almost got forgotten.
Could be, Rose, a good thing.
Good night, Rosie.
Night, night.
Good night, Rosie. Okay,
Good night,
Rosie.
Rosie.
Good night. Bye.
Good night, Rosie. Good night, Rosie.
Good night, Rosie.
Come here. Hey, I don't know where you want. How you want the hug? Oh, fine, that works.
Not at all an awkward hug. Not even remotely.
Awkward chair hug. Alright.
Oh, God.
Alright. Go brush your teeth.
See you in the morning, Craig Pants.
See you in the morning. Where were we? What were we doing? All right,
I
people-
think we're on to the
People
obituaries,
died
the
this
fun
week.
part.
Yeah. Alright. In memoriam. Kelly Preston,
Oh,
American
man.
actress and model with a 40-year career from 1980 to 2020. She appeared in more than 60 television and film productions, including 1985's Mischief, 1988's Twins, 1996's Jerry Maguire, and 1999's For Love of the Game, as well as many others. At the time of her passing, Preston was married to fellow acting great John Travolta. Yeah.
She was. God, I can't believe it. She was a great actress.
Mm-hmm.
Very underrated.
Yes.
Yeah, she was in a lot of good stuff.
Very true.
Zinzi Mandela, South African diplomat and poet who was serving as her country's ambassador to Denmark at the time of her death. Zinzi was the daughter of fellow activists and politicians Winnie and Nelson Mandela. Joanna Cole, American author of children's books with a career spanning nearly 5 decades from 1971 to 2020. Best known as the author of the Magic School Bus series, which sold more than 93 million copies in 13 countries. The book series then went on to become an 18-season animated series, and most recently has been given the green light for a live-action film adaptation. There was a revival animated series recently too, which was actually quite good.
Or 18 seasons.
Yeah, anyone my age, I don't know a single person who didn't grow up with the Magic School Bus.
Yeah, I know. Yoshihiko Matsuo, legendary designer of the legendary automobile, the Datsun 240Z. When the 240Z arrived in the U.S. in October 1969, Americans discovered that Matsuo's decisions had been correct. The little car that could changed Nissan's fortunes here and helped turn Made in Japan from an epithet into something more positive. The sleek Sportster was an instant success, selling around 150,000 units in the U.S. throughout 1973.
Yeah, the Datsun 240Z is...
I can't wait until your brother hears you saying Nissan.
Yeah, you say it so wrong. I cannot. Yeah. Please,
It's okay.
Pat, when you
It's
read
all
this,
right.
please leave a comment
We don't
on
care.
the YouTube video. I need the.
I'm just
I need
thinking
the
of how
complaint
Cass
in
is
my.
going to respond. That's all.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I've always pronounced it Nissan.
Like the noodle company, even though it's not spelled the same.
Nissan. 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 Anyway,
On.
Galen Gorg, American actress and dancer with a near 40-year career from 1983 to 2020. Best known for her role in the film RoboCop 2 as Angie, the nuke-addicted bad girl. On Mantis, television's first black superhero program, as Lieutenant Maxwell. On the television show Twin Peaks as Nancy O'Reilly.
Man, Mantis is like totally overlooked nowadays.
It really is. I thought it got a
That was a
DVD
cool
release
show.
a little while ago. I don't remember.
Did it? I need to. That's one I need to get to my collection.
Probably
I only
long
saw
out
the
of print
pilot.
and stupidly expensive by now.
Oh, I'm sure. It's Fox, right? Now it's owned by
Yeah.
Disney.
Oh,
Oh, is it on Disney Plus? Can I watch Mantis on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
I'll go do that.
Haruma Miura, young Japanese actor, best known for portraying Eren Yeager in the live-action Attack on Titan films. Wow, he was not that old.
30, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
John Lewis, American politician and civil rights leader. Lewis, who as chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or the SNCC, was one of the Big Six leaders of groups who organized the 1963 March on Washington, played many key roles in the civil rights movement and its actions to end legalized racial segregation in the United States. He was a member of the Democratic Party leadership in the U.S. House of Representatives and had served from 1991 until death.
John Lewis was a true patriot, a real fucking patriot.
Yep.
Yeah. He will be missed.
And from an early age, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw, a clip of him earlier today when he was 23. And he was already championing civil rights at 23.
And well-spoken.
Yeah.
Crazy how well-spoken he was back then.
Very smart, very well spoken.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Grant Imahara, Japanese-American electrical engineer, roboticist, and television host. Imahara began his career at Lucasfilm, where he worked in the THX division as an engineer and in the Industrial Light and Magic division in visual effects. His work is featured in films from franchises such as Star Wars, Jurassic Park, The Matrix, and The Terminator. His first foray into television was on the robot combat series BattleBots, for which he designed and competed with his robot Deadblow, and later returned as a judge. In 2005, Imahara joined the cast of Mythbusters as a member of the Build team. The appearing in over 200 episodes of the series until his departure in 2014. There you go. That is all the news that's fit
That
to
was
geek
a
this
real
week.
shock.
And
Yeah.
that was, like, I was talking to someone
Yeah.
on Facebook. Bam, came out of nowhere. I go, holy
Yeah,
shit.
was brain aneurysm. So
Yeah.
really just completely
Literally.
unexpected.
Can't-
That one for me hit kind of personally because, as if people have paid attention to SNI over the last few years, a couple years ago, my aunt, who I was very close to, passed away of a brain aneurysm. The same thing.
Yeah.
So I know how hard that is. 'Cause it's not sudden.
No.
That's the problem. It takes it can happen, and then it can take up to a month for the person to pass away from it.
Oh, wow.
So he was probably battling this behind the scenes for several weeks at least before it took him.
Yeah. Craziness.
I need candy to make me feel better.
Okay. So, pickups? Have we got pickups?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah.
got some pickups.
Got some pickups. Some pickups.
I got two
Two pickups.
pickups.
All right, let's do, Stat, how many you got?
Four.
Four.
4 pickups.
I've
I
got 7.
I've got a movie, a random VHS, 2 shirts, and a bag of toys.
Okay.
That's it. There's not really a number there. I don't
3
know, like
items.
10 toys or something. 5
Okay.
items there.
Okay. Well, let's do,
And I had masks too. My bad.
Okay. Garbage Gamer, what do you get this week? Oh, well, hey, what's that game I've never heard of over there on the screen?
I hate it. Got my little Dragon's Lair shrine
Yes.
growing here. What's running right now is something that I'm very happy that I actually got running. It is actually this. I had to make an off-disc copy
Got a disc image.
for this to work because this disc has sadly stopped working. So it's now just a shelf piece.
Rip.
But this is my original copy of Dragon's Lair that before I even knew that it was owned by Don Bluth, and all this. It was just this. And this
Yeah.
is what it's running. This is all I knew of what it was.
Nice.
Glad to get it running again. Obviously, the PS4 version, DVD release, limited run games release.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess continuing with that.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair was a game I was completely obsessed with when it was originally in arcades. Absolutely loved it and have loved it ever since.
Oh yeah,
I have
I
several different versions of it myself.
And obviously, including on my large arcade cabinet, I have Daphne running the original arcade version in an arcade cabinet. So, but my first pickup is this.
Oh, well.
This is the 1999 Dragon's Lair Deluxe Pack, the first release that Digital Leisure did on PC.
Ah, there you go.
So this is the Windows XP compatible, and it has Dragon's Lair 1 and 2 and Space Ace
Nice.
across 2 discs. This is
Very
not a
nice.
super rare version of it, but it is Digital Leisure's first forte using Dragon's Lair as a license
Yeah.
that they actually own. Because before then, it was owned by ReadySoft, and even before then, the original owners, Cinematronics, did the original 80s MS-DOS and Amiga releases.
Yeah.
And so this is the first time where it had switched from ReadySoft to Digital Leisure, still using what was the other company? Epicenter, which also helped with this one. So Epicenter still held some of the rights to this at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have gotten this to run on this machine. It is kind of weird. That's why it's not running right now. It's literally because I can't get it to work all that well. It's kind of weird how this is set up. It's literally like a little executable that almost plays a lot like the Laserdisc arcade game,
Yeah.
where it has all the different segments of the game as a video file, and it switches between them as it plays. But it's kind of janky.
Okay.
Like half the time the game will start up and you'll either have control or you won't.
Weird.
Like
Okay.
it's about 10% of the time that you'll have control. So sometimes you go in, It'll be a little box. You'll make it full screen, and you hit play, and it starts playing the first scene, and it just plays by itself. It completes the game for you.
That's weird.
Oh, okay.
Turn it back
Thanks,
on.
game.
It'll do it again. About 10 times in, you'll get one where you'll watch it, and you won't know if it's going to play, and you'll die. You're like, oh, okay. I actually have control this time. So yeah, it's not exactly the best release, but I freaking love this box.
Yeah, you got it in really nice condition too. That looks great.
Yeah, actually, this had most of the shrink wrap still on it.
Nice.
It was split open on the top because they had been used, so I just peeled the rest of the shrink wrap off.
There you go. Beautiful.
But yeah, I kind of wanted to hold that off view so I could get that right there.
Uh-huh.
Continue the shrine. You're gonna make a circle.
That's right. Just be ensconced in Dragon's Lair goodness.
But the next thing I picked up in the vain attempts of getting my original CD version to work, one of the things that it does in the install process is this is going to be for old computer fans out there, it makes a boot disk.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One thing you need for a boot disk is a 1.44 meg floppy disk.
Yep.
Hey, look at
But on
that.
Amazon, I found a guy for like $4.99 was selling brand new, never opened, Maxell pre-formatted 1.44 meg high density floppy disks.
Nice.
Excellent.
I actually have it right there. Yeah, there's literally just solid black
Look at
disc.
that.
These were the
It's
newer
the save
manufactured-
icon.
yeah, these were manufactured ones that had the plastic door, not the metal one.
Save icon? Yeah. And that's the universal save icon that no one uses that thing anymore. It's great.
Nope. Yep, and you can always tell a blank writable is it has both two holes.
Oh,
One-
yeah.
One has it's obviously closed off because
The
it's
little
for
clip. Yeah.
if you ever want to write protect your disk. There, now it's write protected.
Yep.
Or you can just put a little piece of paper in there.
Oh, like
Yep.
these have the gates.
Didn't have it. Yeah.
On with the 5 1/4 inch floppy disks, you actually needed to punch out a notch. So I actually had a disc notch puncher specifically for that.
Yeah,
And
these
then
are hard cards or hard floppies.
And then if you want to be able to write on it again, just put a little piece of tape over the notch. And there you go.
Actually,
That was my point, D-Large, that was still used.
It's the same with, actually, that comes from the days of audio cassettes. Because audio cassettes operated the same way. There was like a tab on the top. You would pop it out
Yeah, I
to
remember that, yeah.
protect it so you can't record over it. Or you would cover it up if you wanted to record on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew I had a bunch of blank.
And VHS tapes too, yeah.
Yep, I remember the VHS one.
Yeah, there it is. There's the notch. That disc
Yeah,
is
this-
copy
these are-
protected.
And the best part is you can overwrite, you can fix all those problems by literally a piece of paper and some tape on all those formats.
Yes.
Here's
Hold it up and shove it in the
here's a
hole and
retail.
take
This
it.
is MS DOS.
A little harder on those, but
No notch. You
Yeah.
wanted to make this a writable, erasable, writable disc. All
Yeah.
you had to do is get one of those punchers.
Yeah.
And make a notch.
Yep.
And because
Yeah.
all it is, it's just light that is passing through and looking for a space or no space.
Yep.
If it doesn't
No.
see space, it will not write to a disc.
what I said D-Large, or I meant to say, depending if it came out garbled, was it's the universal symbol for the write symbol or the save symbol, but like no one uses it for those things anymore, those discs.
Nobody uses the discs. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all use the icon.
No, yeah,
I think
everyone
he-
uses the icon.
I think he
no one
thought
uses
you
it.
meant we don't use the icon. It's like, no,
No,
we
I meant
do.
the other way
We
around.
definitely do.
You definitely
No, I
tell.
meant the other way
But
around.
not every, younger users might not know what the icon actually is. Like where it
Comes
Yeah,
came
with
from.
it's one of those things.
Yeah.
The sheet of labels, and you can kind of tell how old this is because look how yellow the back is.
Wow.
Right?
And that was in a sealed package, too.
This was a brand new sealed package too.
Yeah.
It's just because it was the glue that's on these. That's the yellows of these
Yeah.
papers.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I remember when I was a kid being at like the grocery store or something like that, and just snagging a 10-pack for like $5.
Yeah.
Because again, I still had games like this that required boot discs to play. You needed them to write a boot disc, which, to explain real quick what a boot disc is, people who don't know. Sometimes back in the DOS days, you needed a autoexec.bat and a config.sys file. And that told your system how much memory to use, how fast the CPU needs to be, any sound blaster or sound card settings.
Yeah.
And a game like Dragon's Lair actually has an auto-generated config sys and autoexec.bat file. So when you go to install the game, you just pop a blank disk in, and it creates a boot disk with those settings already set. So when you turn off, you put in the disk, turn off your computer, turn it back on, boots from the floppy, and gives you all the settings you already have to just run the game. In theory. There's usually another hour or so of configuring and janking around some of the information.
Why are the image stretched? Why is the color wrong? It's always something, you know.
Why-
Figure it out.
For me, I was getting a parameter error
Oh,
on this.
so what's that mean?
Parameter. It was literally because the disk was messed up. It wasn't reading all the files right. So the parameters it was putting on the floppy wasn't all the parameters.
Okay, it seems like yesterday I installing the game on a 386 with a dozen floppy disks. Yep, I remember that.
That's one of my next pickups, hopefully soon, is the original MS-DOS version of Dragon's Lair, which came on, I think, 13 of those 5 1/4 inch floppies.
Nuts.
It was a disk swapping nightmare. So,
My German took it once in a while. There's no sound coming out of the sound card.
why is there no sound coming out of stuff? Yeah.
You're in a game. Why is there no sound for it? Must know.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Because it would be blaring in the background and I'm talking?
There you go. So it works. You did right now. That's what he was wondering. I was asking the question.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
There you
saying.
go.
Successful demonstration.
There you go.
But it was too late. DMCA.
Yeah.
It's a video game, cucks.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And it's
Yeah.
a shitty indie band used that exact clip as a sample in their
Exactly
shitty indie
right.
song. I own that. That's mine.
Actually, this
I
is
used it, so I
ours.
own it. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a
goodness.
dispute like that where I used a completely 110% Creative Commons freely usable and available sound in one of my forthcoming Halloween videos, and some shitty indie band apparently used that same sound in one of their songs and flagged all of the videos because I used it in all of the videos as the, it was a sound effect used in the game. Because the producer of the game would use all Creative Commons stuff. And,
People are saying, looks like I have some good candy, too.
so
I forgot. Heads.
I not only said it's
Spree.
cool,
And some runts.
very nice.
Now, he might not be familiar with those candies. Are you familiar with those candies, Sean?
They're
Runts
like
and
they're
Sprees?
the Willy Wonka ones, aren't they?
No, these are the Ferrera Company ones.
But I thought Runts were a Willy Wonka one.
Ferrera Candy Company.
Wonka Company.
Ferrera Candy.
Wonka.
Yeah.
You say Ferrera, I say
Ferrara Wonka. I was like, Wonka may have distributed these at one point.
They may
Right.
distribute
What's
them
going on?
in Canada specifically.
That too.
Who's being cute?
Probably both right at this point. But
Oh.
yeah, this is a can. Ferrera has been around since like 1908 or some shit. Yeah, 1908. So they're the original distributors.
Wonka. Actually, one of the Wonka candies I really like is bottle caps. Those are good.
Oh yeah, I love bottle caps.
Yeah.
See, I can't stand bottle caps.
The fuck is wrong with you?
The root beer one's my favorite.
I literally have a big bag of Wonka candies that have like Laffy Taffy and Nerds and shit in it, and the only thing that's left in that giant bag
Nerds is
is
good, too.
every single unopened package of bottle caps.
I'll take those off your hand.
No one in my family likes bottle caps.
Give them
I
to
love
me.
bottle caps.
Give them all to me, not Skinslip.
Whatever. I can fight.
Or split them evenly between us. That works
Or
too.
whatever.
I don't care. As long as I get some bottle caps, I'm happy.
Give him bottle caps. He's a whiny bitch.
I hate the
Okay.
idea of bottle caps not being consumed and enjoyed.
I also have,
Well, They're harder to get in Canada, aren't they?
No,
From-
not really. No,
Oh, okay.
Made. We
I
have
did import
Fun Dip.
them.
no.
Oh, Fun Dip's the best. Fuck.
Fun dips are good.
Some
Like when I just want sugar on with I want to eat sugar with a sugar stick, I'll get Fun Dip.
I love sour gummy worms.
I definitely want
bag of
some.
plain hot Cheetos.
Nice.
Oh, I love Cheetos.
You know,
Green.
he says he likes sour things, but I get him the crybabies, and he's like,
Such a
It's
crybaby.
gum though. I don't like gum. If it was gummies, they'd be gone by now.
Or double
I've been kind of craving.
So now I'm
gum,
ordering candy.
actually.
Oh, I've got some Orbit.
Hey, you're the one that mentioned that you look like I had good candy, so of course I was going
I
to
guess
show
what
it.
I mean is, I've been craving
Not my
the
fault
really
for not
ridiculously
ordering candy.
sugary gum
Pink.
balls.
You want
that
like
come-
pink gum. You want like bubble yum. Like,
Actually, I want the grape flavored kind.
you know what I really want?
Specifically.
I want
Oh,
Big
yeah.
League Chew.
I like
Hey,
big
if you ever-
big chews. Big
Oh.
league chews good. Yeah.
Make me swoon over candy. Just send me a
Cake.
giant bag full of mixed up
Kitty
cherry.
Little was like, I am now eating candy.
Brinsley
Yes.
doesn't like sour things. Point and laugh, everyone.
Cherry and so
Oh, I
red
know,
and
we had
yellow,
this-
basically.
I had this
Red and
conversation with Brinsley the other day on one of my streams. It's
Beautiful.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How do you not? And everybody, even Rose, was like, I like sour things, and everybody else was like, we like sour things, and Brinsley's just like, ew, sour things, ew. So I just
This is
commented, I
about
said,
the most sour I usually get.
I said, bear in mind, everyone, Brinsley is also the guy who doesn't like cake. So consider the source of this opinion. Yeah.
What? Excuse
Like,
me?
all of you are wrong, and I will stand by it.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
cake is superior to pie in
All
every
of you are
way.
wrong, and I will stand by it.
I will fight you on the cake versus
I love our
pie
community.
hill and say
Oh
cake
my
is
God.
way better. There are like 4 good pies, and then like every cake is good except for red velvet.
Don't. You can't compare cake and pie. They're so
I just did.
different from each. No,
You're like,
How could you?
Fuck pies.
How could you?
no.
Fuck pies.
Pies
Pies
are
can burn in hell.
wonderful
I'm not. Just,
I enjoy
Pies have burnt
both.
crust from now on.
because I choose not to limit my experiences of joy in pastry products.
They taste gross.
Cake,
Except I actually
pie,
like ice cream pie. Ice
donuts,
cream pie is great. I'll be honest.
flaky
There's
pastry.
really my most
Now the question is-
unpopular-
Cheesecake is
is a
like
pie,
a
by
pie
the
to
way.
me.
No,
Yeah.
cheesecake is a pie.
For
It's
me,
cake
my
pie.
most
Everybody thinks
popular
cheesecake
opinion
is
when
a
it comes
cake.
to-
They're a
Cheesecake-
liar. It's a pie.
Cheesecake is cake pie. That's all it is.
I love cheesecake.
I love cake. It's the bridging of two worlds. I love it too.
When it comes to
That's really
cakes
good, yeah.
that I like, that most people that I've met are like, what, really? For me, is a properly made German chocolate cake.
Oh yeah. Oh, real German chocolate cake.
A real German, the ones with like the almost.
You choke on the chocolate. It's so thick,
I was gonna say that, and
so rich.
the topping that's on top is borderline transparent with chunks of coconut in it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes, we can see you, shop. Yes.
Can we help you? What do you
No.
need?
Why
Nobody can help
we,
this man. He's
why are we
beyond
trying to
help.
debate?
Sorry, was that your last pickups?
Yeah, we're in the middle of
Garbage
pickup.
Gamer?
We've been side
We've just been
Off
babbling
the
away.
for 20
Wanting
minutes
cake.
probably. Talking about cake and candy and
Yeah,
shit.
I
Is that
actually
everything?
showed off more than I was gonna show. So yeah, there. You go.
All right, Stout, what'd you get?
Well, the biggest thing I got, and I'll get up to show you
Okay.
as best I can here, is a new Chong, as Cass would say.
Hey,
Oh,
A
God.
new chair.
look at
Can
that.
you see it?
Now
Or is
you
it
have to
mostly
explain what
me
a
you're
Chong
seeing?
is.
Yes.
But now you have to
Look.
explain what Chong means.
A new Chong. A
Explain
new
it.
Chong.
That is a
Why is it
lovely
called a
looking
chong?
chong you have there.
There.
Why is it called a Chong, Salad Man?
All right. So, the nice thing about this new Chong
He didn't hear a word you
is that
said.
it's rated. What?
Just carry on. It's rated well.
Oh. It's rated for people who are even heavier than me, like way fucking heavier than me.
I didn't know
So there's
such
no
people
way in hell I'm
existed.
gonna break this fucking thing. I say that and watch 5 minutes from now it breaks,
Yeah,
but
you just jinxed it.
it shouldn't at
Jinxed
least.
it. You fucking jinxed it. You
And,
bloody fool.
this little thing right here connects to the chair, and it has a massager, otherwise known as a tiny back vibrator.
Excellent.
I've got a tiny back vibrator too.
Nice. I can feel the vibrations.
Me
There's
too.
Good
a long
vibrations.
time.
Let me tell you, that's unique. Anyway,
Refreshing.
trying to work out a knot in your back with a back massager
For,
is weird.
for your
In
information,
addition to
that
that,
was racist on purpose.
What?
I
Oh,
also
God.
got a thigh master.
I'm sensing
Well,
a theme.
you're not using it with your thighs.
Stoudman.
Because you wouldn't be able to
But
see
six
my...
thighs, six is alive. That's the one part you can have.
I
thickness
would
for one
get
leg.
you fucking banned if I showed you my thunder thighs.
That's true. There's a lot of naked flesh involved with that.
Fair enough.
But no, like, trying to find ways that I can keep somewhat healthy, sort of, kind of,
So you're
Can't
gonna
be
while also
healthy.
eating lots of candy.
Now, is that the official
At home?
Suzanne Summers sponsored
Hell no.
brand?
I'm not going to pay the
Oh.
Suzanne Summers price.
I am gonna
But-
buy the next
but-
Suzanne Summers branded one at
But
a
hey,
yard sale. That I just
Suzanne
had.
Summers has fantastic thighs. Don't you want thighs like hers?
Everybody should.
Well, that's why I got the off-brand. It's
Well,
just
see-
as good.
See,
This
the
is
modern day
good.
thing
No.
is
It's gonna
Now
be
it's-
like
it's the
some
body like
Lindsay
Marie
Lohan
Osmond.
thighs or something. I don't know. No
What
Suzanne
the
Summers.
I have
Thighs
the new
company.
image now. It's the,
Yeah.
it's the thighs of Suzanne Summer and the body of Marie Osmond.
There you go.
Oh no, that's mean.
You're gonna have these
So
tiny
I also
little
got
thighs.
That's so
Uh,
mean.
Prodigy.
Why are you being so
You'll
mean?
look
These
like
are-
what is that cartoon character with like just the big body with the
Frogdor?
spindly little legs? I think it was Heimer
This
Timer. Actually,
is-
you guys might not have had that out your way.
This is ankle weights.
Ankle what?
So the idea,
Wait.
ankle weights.
Oh, ankle weights,
So the
yeah.
idea behind them is you strap them to your ankles,
Mhm.
and
Your
then you
weights.
do the same kind of exercises you would do, and if you were like in an actual fucking gym.
You're an active
So-
person.
So
An actual active person who actually.
Yeah.
works
so
out.
reaching
Yeah.
from the chair to the mini fridge.
No, every time he walks in the shitter, he's gonna carry 10 pounds with him.
That kind of
No.
exercise.
Dowd, you would be the only person in this room that would get it if I called you Snarky Goku because
So
of
wait a minute. So you got ankle weights.
Yeah.
But when are you ever not sitting in your chair? Where will you
Well, that's
use
the
the
thing
ankle
about-
weights?
He has to go to the
There
gym
are
sometime.
exercises that you do in an actual gym
Okay,
where you push your legs up against a weight.
I see.
That's exactly what this does.
hmm
It lets you push your leg up against a weight. Or
Yep.
the reverse, if you're laying down, you can lift your leg up and
So wait,
stretch those
you're saying
muscles
you're
as well.
getting rid of your milky
Work those muscles.
white thighs and replacing them with thighs.
I literally just
Oh,
had
my
one
The
fucking
mighty
today.
thighs. The mighty
Well,
thighs
Dowd
of
sitting in his
Stoudman.
The powerful thighs.
Dowd sitting in his chair, and he puts on the ankle weights, doesn't move, and goes, "Why isn't it working?"
You know, I have to commend your commitment to the fat bastard lifestyle. You have
Yes.
successfully found a series of exercises that you can do without having to get up from your chair.
That's correct, sir. This was the goal all along, and that's what this part of it is. I've had this
You're
for
just-
a long time, though.
See you sitting there eating
But-
a big bowl of
Again,
nachos.
What did you
I'm
make?
getting in shape.
25 reps
Now-
of this,
Dowd,
50
Did you-
reps of this.
did you
There
make
you
sure
go.
that the weight doesn't exceed your weight limit of your chair with you sitting in it? That'd be a
Oh
problem.
yes, this is fun.
He
He
Come
breaks
on.
the chair.
Goes,
Damn
And
it!
his whole body just goes like,
I didn't take the ankle weights into consideration. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Brinsley says, "Laugh it up, everyone. Stoud will crush you with his new thunder thighs."
will. No, he's not gonna have
Anyway,
powerful
I need to work out and do
muscle
that.
So the only media-related thing I got this week, there'll be a lot of media stuff in the next few weeks, but the only
Oh, yeah,
media-related
we
thing I
didn't
got
order.
Seriously?
Yeah, but
was Clueless,
Nice.
the gayest-looking Blu-ray I now own.
I know. It's wonderful.
Look how shiny and glittery it is. Oh my god.
It is.
And actually, this does have...
Why are shiny glittery things considered
Sorry,
gay?
007 says, fuckers, I just bought a bunch of Wonka candy.
Gay people are fabulous.
You're welcome, 007.
Enjoy.
That's a stereotype.
This has one of the first experiences in film that I had with anything gay.
The movie's
at all.
great. Don't get me wrong.
It's actually really a positive scene because the girl, the main character here,
great movie.
She's fucking obsessed with this guy. She thinks he's so fucking hot, and then he invites her to watch movies with her at his house. I think that's the way it goes. It's been a long time since I saw it.
I've only seen it once, and I don't remember a damn thing about it.
He rents all these fucking movies at like Spartacus, and all these movies is like big, strong, oily men. She's getting fucking bored watching these movies with him and just expecting him to start making out with her at some point.
Yeah.
Until eventually he reveals to her, like, I'm gay.
Yeah.
That's why.
What part of this didn't
That's why I'm watching
and
all
her
these movies with
is,
muscly, oily men.
Okay. And she's okay with it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, at least it's not something that she did, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. She was like, oh, I thought I was just like...
It's like, oh, I get it now.
One
Okay.
episode of the IT crowd.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That show did not age well.
That movie, I will forever say Clueless is the 90s, the best teen movie of the 90s. And that's not necessarily saying much because... It's still
there wasn't
no
a lot of
Breakfast
good ones
Club.
back.
It's still no Breakfast Club. It's still no John Hughes.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close.
It's pretty good.
It's fucking
yeah.
good. The closest the 90s ever got, over that way.
Yeah.
That and Empire Records. Those two were like the closest.
Yes.
There you go.
Fucking love Empire Records. I played a role-playing game recently that is basically based on Empire Records and Mallrats, and it was like such a great time. It's amazing. Anyway.
Was that everything, Stout?
Yes, I will say this is the re-release. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the 25th
This is
anniversary
the re-release.
edition.
It just got released,
Yeah.
and it's $15 brand new, but it was like $30 because it was out of print for so fucking long. So
Yeah.
$15 good price, and you get the nice shiny fucking. It is a complete re-release. Everything about it is the same as the other release. So.
Oh, I see. It's just literally.
If you have the old release, don't worry about it.
Literally a repackage of the old one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
At least it's a nice one though, because in the past few years we've gotten used to these re-releases where it's like the shittiest fucking artwork you can imagine, just fucking cut and paste shit on a white background, you know. But here we get something really nice and shiny.
Actually, a well-designed slipcover.
Yeah.
Gosh,
so,
grid,
so it's good. It does have a lot, the same special features as the old release. So, and there are a lot of special features on there. So, yeah.
It's a good addition. I actually don't own it yet, so I need to.
Speaking of shitty fucking cover art for Blu-rays, we've all talked about and seen, or most of us, maybe not you in the chat, I've seen the Better Off Dead Blu-ray release, right? That came out 10 years ago or something like that. And the fucking artwork is terrible. It's just
God, that was like
some
the
of the worst
cover.
fucking artwork for any Blu-ray ever.
It was such like stereotypical.
I have good news about that. I have good news. The Struzan artwork, the original Struzan poster artwork for that movie is going to be put onto a exclusive steelbook version of the film. I think it's just going to be a re-release of the film, but it's going to be new artwork for FYE. It's going to be an FYE exclusive.
Yeah. Which means I probably won't be able to get
it means you're going to pay like $20, $25 for it, but at least it's not going to have that fucking awful artwork.
Yeah, no, I remember when that came out, you were commenting on the cover, and it was just basically the generic comedy movie font taking up like 90% of the cover and like squishing John Cusack, and it's like, can we just have the fucking Drew Struzan poster, please? Which is beautiful.
It is. It's really nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much anything. I've discovered he has a Twitter. And he posts so much of his artwork on there, including a lot of stuff that wasn't like, it didn't become a final poster. Like a lot of his development stuff as he was like working on posters and stuff. It's really interesting. And yeah, that man basically did the posters of my childhood. So it's good stuff.
Which Batman Arkham game had that really? Yeah, it was Arkham City. That had that really shitty. It looked like the front cover of a magazine.
Oh, it was Arkham City. Yeah,
Cover.
it looked
Yes.
like a
Yeah,
fucking
the end of the year
review.
edition, and it was just like covered
awful.
in 10 out of 10s and 5
Yeah.
out of 5 games and all these reviews and
So
those
So it was 10 out
tacky.
of 10 the game, right? It's like
Yeah,
10 out of 10 Batman.
it was so
game of the year,
tacky.
10 out of 10. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, Batman Arkham City written in text this fucking big in the corner.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, was that everything, Stout?
Yep, that's it.
Excellent. Skinslip, what'd you get? Other than a demanding kitty.
Well, now I've got the floor. I'm going to educate.
Uh-huh.
When the only thing you bring up is someone's physical attractiveness, that's
Oh my
reducing
God.
them only to their physical attractiveness, and that was my complaint.
Okay.
All you ever mentioned was, oh, she's hot. Oh, she's really fucking hot. I'm like, oh, that's great. But what else was she? Was she a good actress? Was she great at playing the character? Was she something other than just her physical attractiveness? That was my only complaint.
Alright, fine.
That's it. So, I never said she wasn't beautiful
Uh-huh.
or attractive or sexable. Sean.
Yes.
Anyway.
Let's not blow it out of
found her.
proportion.
Oh, I didn't blow anything out of proportion. Thank you.
You're blowing it out of proportion
all right,
now.
so-
Let's just
no,
carry on.
Anyway, so first thing I got was this awesome shirt. Well, we got
What
stand
is
up work.
where is it? Hold on.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
So, wait a minute. So you have a bat living
I love that
in
it
your
has a little bat
skeleton.
there,
Yeah, it's my heart, the bat. My goth
okay.
heart,
Oh, okay. I get it now.
and it just coincidentally is in trans pride colors. So hey.
Yes. There you go.
Next, I went with my mom to go garage sailing because she doesn't go by herself and she really wanted to go, and I was like, I just want to avoid the drama, and so I went. I basically mostly just kind of wandered around the mask on, and that was it.
Yeah.
But I found two things of note. The first being this incredibly powerfully gay, amazing shirt. Look at this color.
I actually like that.
Mhm.
That
So here is
It's kind of hard to tell from.
1 second. Let
from
me pull up a
just,
photo.
like, the-
Okay.
Let me pull
yeah.
up the photo. Just give me a second.
Okay.
I thought it had it pulled up, but then the fucking page refreshed and it's fucking gone. Thanks, Twitter. I hate you.
I hate it when that happens.
I
You
hate that
know-
shit too.
you fucking know
exactly
Oh,
what
I
you're
know.
talking about.
Let me just. I got a screen.
It's not
share.
I
as
will be
bad as
fucking watching
Facebook.
a video on Twitter and just.
Yeah. Oh, I can't
Like,
screen share.
I
with
was
Twitter.
watching that.
I forgot. I can't screen share with Cast. It's not as good as Discord. I
Yeah.
forgot. My bad. Here is a very low quality photo, since I can't show you in any other fashion, of this awesome shirt.
All right.
You
So
look
much with it.
so
There you
good
go.
in that. Oh my
I
God.
know I look so good in it. I love it.
So to clarify though, it's like it's pink dots on a black.
It's
That's what
purple
I
dots.
thought. Okay,
Purple
yeah.
dots.
Okay.
Purple dots. Yeah.
Purple. Oh, even better.
On a
I like
Very
purple.
nice.
almost black background, so it looks
Purple.
really fucking good in the sun. I mean, like, I'm like walking around this nice old lady, and like all her clothes are like just not my style. Here, you know what? I'm gonna post this in the chat, so everyone can go.
I mean,
Go
that-
like my fucking photo, Jesus. There, okay.
I mean that's
then,
all part of the fun, right? Is finding your style. You know, that's
But I mean,
part of
like,
the adventure.
yeah, I just, I was like, I wasn't looking for anything, but I looked over and I was like, that's an interesting pattern. And I pull it out and I'm like, I kind of like this. And I held it up and Mom's like, that looks really good on you. I'm like, all right, I guess I have to get it. I
There you
mean,
go then.
You know, yeah, that's sold. It was $1.50, so I bought that. The other thing I found is so there's this. I go over to this lady. There's all these videos, and it's all like, you know, here's how to do massage. Here's like the chakra balance. Here's all this like foo-foo stuff, and then randomly, I pick up this tape called Human Cadaver dissection.
Amazing.
Something to listen to while you go to sleep.
A 50-minute cadaver dissection featuring a complete dissection of a human musculature and overview of internal anatomy.
Oh my god.
You know how
Wow.
rare this tape is?
That's
What
crazy.
the
Is that a
fuck?
VHS?
Yeah, this
That's
is fucking
VHS.
rare as shit, dude.
Oh my god.
Human cadaver dissection tape. This is like medical tapes. This,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then this lady comes to tell me that she was a massage therapist. By the way, it's encoded with macrovision.
Quality
she was
protection.
telling me she's a massage therapist, but also did this, like
Yeah. I can crack.
cadaver dissection.
I can crack macrovision with my time-based corrector. By the way.
Yeah. No, but she was a nice old lady, and I was like, "Thank you. How much you want this?"
That's-
50 cents. Like,
They're all
sold.
nice old ladies.
I know, but I'm just like, I had to own this. Let me look at it.
Well,
You know, like-
that's a
Yeah.
curio for sure. Yeah.
That's like, I don't think I'll ever watch it because I don't
Yeah.
know if I want to see that. But like,
Yeah.
I might
But
watch
it
the
is something
beginning.
You put
to
on
make
your
sure
shelf, and then when you're on a date and you bring somebody home,
You display
and they
it
see that,
prominently.
it's a discussion piece.
Look,
Discussion piece.
I have a fucking type. All right, I'm gonna be honest. And that type is the type who definitely would want to watch this fucking tape.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
If
Go over to
they come
Netflix
home
and chill
they
and watch
see
serial
that
killer
and they're like,
documentaries.
Netflix and
what
kill.
the fuck am I
Netflix
here
and
with a
kill.
serial killer? Then
Sorry.
you know they're not for you. If they see that and they say, let's
What the
watch
fuck?
that right fucking now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, where did you find this?
That's
A
how you
garage
know.
sale. There you go.
That's awesome.
No, yeah,
Oh.
they look at that and then they're like, "This is how horror movies start."
Yeah.
I know, right?
Uh huh.
It's like, yeah, that's why I got it.
Serious VHS tape at a yard sale about someone dissecting a body. That is totally
Light viewing, exactly.
Yeah.
light viewing.
Next, I talked
Watch
to my Twitter mom and it was like, hey, you know, you made me this amazing purse that I fucking love. I'd love to get masks that match it. And so she sent me
Oh.
2 different masks for free. She didn't charge me for the purse.
Oh,
She didn't
nice.
charge me for the mask. These match the pattern on my
Like,
purse here.
Ouija. That's cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And they're both Ouija. They're just different parts of the pattern with the Ouija board. Don't got the planchette.
Nice. I assume you can just slip the filter inside.
Yeah, you put the filter. Yeah, the filter sits inside it. Yep.
Cool.
If you have
just-
a-
Yeah, I
Well,
have
you can
filters.
get them easily enough. Just get like a.
Oh, they're
20.
not easy to find yet. They're still expensive.
20.
But yeah,
No, you can still get them
they will
on.
be
You can get them
back-
on. You
they
get like
will
packs
eventually.
of them on. You can get packs of them on Amazon. The N95 filters. Yeah.
they'll be way more plentiful eventually too.
Yeah.
Go down in price finally.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And so next, I got a care package from Owen Neal, my co-host of podcast friend and guy who watches terrible movies with me. And first, he sent me this retro trick or treat bag, which look how fucking cool this thing is.
There we go. Oh, okay.
The little
Nice.
treat bag that you guys give out.
That's
So
cool.
that's fucking cool shit.
I have
I'm gonna
a
pin that to the wall.
few of those kicking around. Yeah. Should find some way to display them.
He knows I collect Halloween decorations, so like that's perfect. Then I got a little, which one is this one? I can't tell. Whatever, Ghostbuster guy for my Ghostbuster shelf,
Nice.
Nice.
and I got a Ecto 1 keychain
Oh, nice.
for the Ghostbuster shelf. I got the base to some Marvel Legends figure. I don't know, looks cool. I'll use it for something.
Use it for whatever.
I'll probably make it a custom base for someone else, you know, so it works. Then I got this adorable little Dunny, which is the name of this pattern figure. The shape is
Oh yeah,
Dunny
I've
shape.
seen those.
Yeah. And then artists make their own versions of it.
Oh, okay.
Next, I got, what is this? The part of he works at a animal rescue veterinarian. That's the word I'm looking for. He works at a veterinarian's office, so he gave me I guess it's a flea or a tick. It's a rubber flea.
Okay.
Okay, that's
That's
kind of weird.
cool.
He sent me a bunch of pins too, that little like random pins I collect. Then he sent me this Skeleton Warriors figure, which I don't know which one this is,
Nice.
but it's an original Skeleton Warriors figure.
Very nice.
Missing the accessories, but it's got the cape. That's usually lost too.
That's
so.
cool.
Even though it was a pain in the ass to go over the head, you kids can take that shit off, and so that's cool. That's gonna go right in the shelf.
Very nice.
Throw it in the pile. Next, one figure in here you're gonna love, Sean. I'm gonna make sure it's the last.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. We got knockoff G.I. Joe, which is a background figure for future photos.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of their accessories.
Yeah, I know, Major Motoko. I missed it.
Bunch of stuff related to that.
Came out the same time as Captain Power. Same
I believe
publisher.
this is a Toxic Crusaders character.
Could be.
Anybody remember? Anybody
Looks like it
know?
could
It's not
be.
Captain Planet,
I
but
never saw the show.
the action feature doesn't work anymore. I think he's supposed to kick.
It's either
punch.
that or a fucking Captain Planet character.
No, it's not Captain Planet. It looks like it could be something else, but I think it's a Toxic or a Toxic Crusaders figure. And then
Yeah.
I don't know who this is from. Kind of looks like Sky Surfer Strike Force, but I don't know if they had action figures. I think this is actually also Toxic Crusaders.
Might be, yeah. The gas mask.
Yeah, because it looks like one of the villains, I think. But I don't know. And if someone can identify, that'd be great. And then Sean will probably tell me that someone said something in the comments.
Huh.
He's missing his hat,
Hmm.
but he still goes for quite a bit of money for this condition. My first Black Star figure.
Oh, very nice.
Which character is this? 'Cause I've never seen the show.
Brave Star, you mean?
Brave Star.
That's,
Black Star.
That's,
Black Star's the other
that's
one.
Tex Hex.
Tex Hex. Okay.
Tex Hex.
His action figure does not work either.
He's the main villain.
His action picture no longer functions.
Yeah, he's the main
Oh
villain.
wait! Oh,
there it is.
Sometimes function.
Okay.
Sometimes function. It's kind of jammed. That probably needs a good cleaning. Hey, look, we got it working live on stream. No accessories, but look at him. He's so cool. So yeah, that was not everything. One last thing. I got a movie. The only movie I got this week. I imported from the UK. Funk Monk got it too. When he saw I bought it, he went and bought it himself. Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell, also known as the Japanese Evil Dead.
Nice.
It's from the UK.
Yeah,
So,
when
like,
I saw that, I was
really-
like, I probably should get that.
Did you buy it?
No,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm thinking about it because it just looks so fucking weird.
Yeah, I had no idea what it's about, but I'm interested. You know, like but based on the title
Yeah.
alone, like I'm gonna see this.
They know
Yeah,
exactly
totally.
what they're fucking doing
Oh yeah,
with the fucking font and everything. They know exactly who they're selling to.
yes they do. That's everything. That's everything I got.
Excellent. Oh, you guys all got some good stuff this week.
This is only like $14 from the UK, by the way. It's pretty cheap.
Is
It
that
is region 2, obviously, but
DVD though.
yeah, DVD. Only available on DVD.
All right. See, I can watch.
Shot on video, I think.
I can watch DVDs from other regions, no problem. It's just Blu-ray that.
You have to rip it in order to watch it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I always
Need
do.
it.
Just rip it, takes the region coding right out,
Yep.
and then I can watch it and enjoy it, and then delete
You
it
get
when
a
I'm
bush
done.
of Arrow Blu-rays. Yeah, me
A
and
bush-
Stoudman did a split
a
order
bush
for
of
Arrow.
them.
I think it meant bushel, but maybe a bush is short for that. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know.
You-
Oh,
you-
bunch.
Yeah, we're
I think it was
reading
bunch. Got a bunch.
It's coming from the UK, so it'll take a while.
It could be a bunch. Yes, you're
All
right.
right, so my pickups this week. I got a bunch of stuff. Got a couple more additions to the Hammer collection. First up, another collector's edition from Shout Factory. This time is Kiss of the Vampire, which is fine. Don't pay attention. Look at your beautiful Godzilla sets. Fuck's sake. Anyway, got Kiss of the Vampire. Now this, of course, is one of the 8.
Okay, that's enough.
This, of course, is one of the 8 that was in the Universal set of Hammer films from a while back. There's
Nice.
another one coming out, which is their version of Phantom of the Opera. That's getting a collector's
right,
edition
right.
as well. So it's like it seems to me like they just got the license to all the ones that Universal had as part of the Universal deal. And since the old Universal set was bare bones, they're doing collector's editions of all 8 of the films. Haven't had any announcements for the other 4, but we're at least getting some of them. So anyway, very nice edition. And looking forward to checking it out. And got another one from the modern Hammer, the Hammer revival of the early to mid 2000s. We have The Quiet Ones.
Oh, I heard good things about
which
that
sounds pretty good actually. Yeah, sounds nice and
based on
creepy.
actual events. Ooh.
I'm gonna wait until I have all the modern hammers and then watch all of them basically. So there, let's bring them into my lap, and it's easier. And got another Scream Factory Collector's Edition because I actually really like this movie. I thought it was a pretty, captured the spirit of the video game quite well. Got Silent Hill,
Oh, nice.
the Collector's Edition.
I watched that in theater, and when I came out, there was like, we couldn't see. There's so much fog you couldn't see in front of each other, in front of the car, and it was great.
So
and then we went on the off ramp, up the off ramp,
Mm-hmm.
and on the wrong direction of the freeway, so it was extra
great.
scary when like there were cars starting like, oh shit!
So this
We
is
didn't realize because there was so much fog, we couldn't tell we were on the wrong side. Anyway.
So this is one of the theatrical posters. There was a few different ones, but this one is nice and moody. I like that. So I do have the old
Good choice.
Blu-ray release from a while back, but I think it was a pretty nice set. But I mean, I always really liked this, and I'm a big Silent Hill fan to begin with. Just the
There's
franchise.
one part I love that's amazing and gory and perfect, and the rest is I'm like, it's not my thing.
There's okay, whatever.
I know people love that movie. It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely things to love about it.
I like it.
Not my cup of coffee.
And I have the 3D version of the second one as well. And then this is one that I just kept waffling on. Really wanted, but just kept waffling on getting it. You know those titles where you really want it, but other things have priority at the time, so you don't pull the trigger, and then the thing goes out of print, and then you can never get it. So, well, I didn't want that to happen with this one. I didn't want that to happen with this one, so I picked up Scanners.
Yay! I love that movie.
Yeah, Scanners, the David Cronenberg classic. Now, this also has as a bonus his first film, Stereo, from 1969. It says it's his first feature film, and Skinslip and I were talking about this. I don't think it's technically his first feature. I think that's actually, is it Shivers?
Crimes of the Future.
It might be Shivers. I don't think Crimes of the Future is fully feature-length either, but I don't know.
So Stereo, Crimes of the Future. It's Crimes of the Future,
He's got a
Stereo.
bunch of short films.
It's Stereo,
And then
Crimes of the Future.
Shivers. Yeah.
And then Shivers. Yeah, I think that's what it is, yeah. Shivers is actually getting a special edition as well. I can't remember who it's coming out from.
Scream Factory.
Scream Factory, yeah.
Yeah, and Arrow had a release in the UK. That's the one I have, the Arrow release.
So anyway,
which is based off the same print that you're going to get from Scream Factory.
Yeah, let me tell you a little story. So when I ordered this, I also ordered the Scream Factory double feature of Scanners 2 and 3 because I've never seen them, and I know that is out of print, so I wanted to get it before it was unobtainable, like prohibitively expensive.
That's the...
So I ordered it from Movie Mars, who I've ordered from many times before, and got the shipping notification and everything was all hunky-dory. And then it was supposed to arrive in a few days, and I got a notification in the email that my order had been refunded in full. And I'm like, what the hell? So I contacted them and said, what's going on? Why'd you refund my order? I thought it had been shipped. And they said, oh, yeah, it had been shipped, but then it got sent back to us, so we just gave you a refund. It's like, why didn't you contact me first? I would have just said, resend it. I don't want the money back. I want the item. So, yeah, so I went to check if it had been relisted because the reason I ordered it from them was they had the best price. It was like $20, and they hadn't been relisted. So I don't know if they just had one in stock and they relisted it and immediately sold, or if they just didn't got around to relisting it yet, or what. The only other seller, there was one other seller that had it for $50 fucking. And I'm like, do I really want to pay $30 more than I would have paid for it because of a stupid shipping mistake? No, I think we're just going to wait a little bit on that. So that's disappointing because I intentionally ordered the entire trilogy at once because I wanted to watch the whole trilogy at once.
It's the same thing. When the Criterion was announced, that's when I bought the double feature. I was like, all right, buy them all three.
I don't know.
Both of them. Yeah.
Anyway, I'll keep an eye on it and see, and hopefully I won't have to pay too much for it to get it at some point. Next up, this one was absolutely a bit of self-indulgence because I've been kicking myself for getting rid of this one for so long. And I thought, you may recall, when you see this one, you know what I'm talking about. This was one that I used to have, and I really liked it. And then I sold it thinking, because I needed money at the time. So I sold it and thinking, I can just get it again. It's commonly available. I had seen it all over the place forever at that point. And it's like, it's commonly available. Then it goes out of print. Right after I sell it, it goes out of print, and like next thing I know, it's like $1 gajillion on the collector's market. I'm like, well, fuck. And of course, after that, I'm like, I'd really like to see that again, but I can't get it because it's too expensive. So, this particular movie, Scream Factory, recently did a nice special edition of it, and it got me, and I got the special edition of it, and I got to thinking, like, that new Scream Factory edition, I bet the old one has now been devalued, and I might be able to get it again. Because it's a slightly different transfer of the film with some slight differences in the edit, and it has different extras. I thought all the extras had been carried over to the Scream Factory set. I was informed that that is not, in fact, the case. There are some that are exclusive to this particular set. What am I talking about? What else could it be? The Canadian slasher classic, My Bloody Valentine. So there you go.
Nice.
So I now have the special edition that I foolishly sold back in the collection again. So I now have everything.
I'm keeping note to keep my DVD since it has special features not on the Blu-ray.
I think yours is the DVD edition of this, isn't it? It's like the same edition.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need the new Blu-ray and then combine them.
Well, that's exactly it. So if anyone's looking to upgrade, and they have this or the DVD edition of this to the Scream Factory edition, keep this. Well, it's up to you if you want to keep it, but you might want to keep it because it's got stuff that's not on the Scream Factory. So, Also, the interesting thing is the Scream Factory one is the fully restored cut where they've actually cleaned up the material that was added back in. This one, the added material is not cleaned up, and I kind of like that because it's like all the stuff that was cut was the gory bits. So it's like suddenly you're watching the movie and it goes all like scratchy and janky and grindhousey, and it's like one of the gory parts. It just kind of made it more effective in a way. But anyway,
actually, a movie that I watched this week did the exact same thing.
Yeah. Well, in this case, it wasn't intentional. It's just because the footage they restored, they added back in, wasn't restored. But
footage that was removed from the movie.
Oh, okay. So it was.
And then the
same
version
thing.
that I watched, they added all the gore scenes back in.
Yes.
And they weren't exactly in the best of quality.
No, and that was what happened with this one. And then, but with the recent Scream Factory release, they actually did a full restoration of everything, so some of it's apparently a little bit off, but not as jarringly as it was in the original release of that. And then, finally, last but most certainly not least, I got Clueless, the 25th anniversary edition. So there you go.
Holy shit, you got it too!
I did. I pre-ordered it as soon as you said, hey, it's coming out again. And this is the Canadian edition. And so it's, Le Collégien de Beverly Hills, which is, what most people know the movie by.
Where in the fucking title does it say anything about Beverly Hills?
Or Collégien.
That is where she lives in the movie.
Oh, I gathered.
What the fuck? It's so random.
But here's the thing. So I did get the slipcover, right? And you were talking about how shiny yours was. Yeah, mine just has like a picture of the shininess. It's not actually shiny.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
So disappointed.
What the
shining literally.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh my god,
And
Canada.
that's what I thought it was gonna be. So that's one of the reasons I pre-ordered it. It's like I want the shiny slipcover, and otherwise everything's identical, like all the same everything. But
I'm sorry.
oh well.
Bullshit.
It's even shiny on the back. Are you kidding me?
No, I know I have other like releases with shiny slipcovers like that, and I know. Yeah. So. Oh wait, I did get one other thing. Hold on a second. Almost forgot. It's such like just a spontaneous, spur of the moment purchase. Almost like an impulse buy. just a little thing called the Godzilla Showa collection from Screen
Like Dad and I were
Factory.
trolling the shit out of him.
And now I'm the only one that doesn't own it. I was literally
See,
funny
they
when
weren't
were gonna do their whole gag.
they
I was
weren't
just
just
being
being jerks and rubbing it in. I actually got it. So there you go.
It was a reference. It was a reference.
All 15 films from the Showa era, 1954 to 1975. This is really cool because these are the ones I grew up with. And there's a bunch here that, I saw in repeats countless times. And there's still a bunch I haven't seen, actually. So I'm really looking forward to going through this. Now, interestingly enough, being in North America, I, of course, grew up with the cheesy, English dubs and I guess U.S. cuts of the movies. These are all the original uncut Japanese versions. Only 6 of the films of the 15 actually have an English track in this set. But so I found an article. Maybe I'll post when I do a closer look at this. I found a Reddit post that actually did a really nice breakdown of the audio tracks, which ones are there, which ones are on other editions and stuff like that.
They talk about the AIP dubs not existing entirely.
Yeah, there's a few that they didn't do dubs for, and
and there's a few that AIP released here with completely different dubs. They're kind of re-edited a little bit.
God damn it! See, now that one I can't just pull off the side and say, actually, I got it. So anyway. But it's a really interesting breakdown, and it turns out a lot of the DVD and previous Blu-ray editions we have actually have alternate cuts and alternate dubs that are not on the Criterion set. So if you've got the old classic media DVDs or the Kraken releasing Blu-rays of the Showa era stuff, hang on to them because they've got a lot of stuff on there that is not on the Criterion set. So
if you have Gojira specifically, there are 2 different commentaries that are different from the 2 different commentaries on the Criterion Blu-ray. There's a lot of commentaries to be had. There's actually 3, I think, commentaries.
There's a lot, and the alternate cuts. Well, the classic media ones also have the U.S. cuts, the actual alternate cuts of the films of a bunch of them, and the accompanying English dubs. So
because people don't learn, when people say that there's more. Okay, so there is Toho produces a regular cut and international cut.
Yeah.
Okay. The international cut's what we call the English version we have. It's made so that the localization can be done. Then what would also often happen is a company like AIP would take that international cut and then further make edits.
Yeah.
And change the dialogue and cut scenes out, or sometimes they film.
Yeah, back in the
bits,
back in the day, sometimes it was censorship. They wanted them to be marketed as family films, so they cut out some of the the gory bits, because some of them can get quite bloody, as the
Gigan
Godzilla
and Hedorah specifically.
Which one?
Gigan and Hedorah specifically are.
Oh yeah, because there's full on blood and spurting arteries of blood in those.
yeah. I mean, you get his gut cut open with a buzzsaw. And there's gore. There's blood, not gore, but there's blood.
Yeah,
wow.
It's it's intense. But well, I mean, as intense as rubber suit gore can get. But it was cut. Is the point? It was cut in a lot of, or cut down anyway in the American cuts. A lot of us.
What ended up happening was the character actor named Nick Adams, and his voice is never heard in any of his American films, any of the films that he did in Japan, which he did a bunch of them, because he lived there, and none of his voice is only heard in Destroy All Monsters. The only time his original voice was used, and that's because until we got those international cuts on the set, because now we can actually hear their version, the on-set recording of his voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For a lot of that stuff. Because we would before get the other English versions, the edited by the production company with different voice cast one. So some of those versions we're getting for the first time there. Some of those versions are only on the classic media ones. I have no idea why they don't get put onto there. Also, it's a whole mystery with Toho sometimes.
It's some weird rights things with Toho. In some cases, only they know why they didn't allow certain English cuts or English dubs to be used. But there's some stuff in the Criterion set that we've never had here. One of the big ones, of course, being King Kong versus Godzilla, the original Japanese cut.
Yeah.
Which is one of the most sought-after Godzilla films of all of them. And
So
they
you can finally
got
prove
it.
that there's no alternate ending.
They
Yay!
got it. They got it. So there you go. So you get, I think you get the English one on there too. I can't remember.
There's a long-standing rumor that they had filmed a completely different ending for the for
Oh
the
yeah,
Japanese cut.
the one where
all wrong. It's the
Godzilla
same
wins,
ending.
one where King Kong wins. Yeah.
The only difference, the American cut has Kong's roar last, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's like one tiny change that means nothing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But yeah, I remember that
but
rumor.
we finally got the Japanese cut, which is great because the American cut has a bunch of alternate footage with the scientists explaining the origin of Godzilla that doesn't make any sense compared to the previously established origin of Godzilla. That stuff is different in the Japanese version.
Excellent.
So there's actual different footage. Good.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Well, I look forward.
Very excited to see it. Previously, it was just the Universal cut. I would say.
So, yeah, and then as luck would have it, I buy the set. I waited and waited and waited. The set was going for like $289 or over $300 Canadian for a little while, and I was keeping an eye on it. It's like, okay, no. Like, I missed out when it first came out, but I'm gonna try to make this happen. Like, I need to have this set because, I mean, there's a lot of potential content as far as the kind of videos I can do for you guys about it. Like, I mean, there's obviously going to be a closer look, there'll be an update, and like 15 movie reviews and 15 group viewings. I mean, that's a lot of stuff from just one set. So, I mean, as far as I was concerned, I needed that set, but also because I wanted it as a collector and as a Godzilla fan, obviously. But
You want a big book version.
yeah,
You know?
so anyway, yeah, and I'm sure they'll do a re-release in like smaller packaging, but you know, I wanted the big special one that everybody had. So
I mean, you might get individual releases for each disc. We don't know.
Well, you don't even know. This might
We
be
don't know how they're gonna break it up.
This might be, yeah.
This might be the only way. Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, so I waited, and finally, a couple weeks ago, it dropped in price to like $230, and I was like, oh. That's actually not too bad. That's pretty close to what
Canadian.
It went for. Canadian. Yeah, remember, this is all Canadian dollars. If it sounds a little high, remember, there's an exchange rate of about 30% difference. So, yeah. So it's really not as high as it might seem. But
cake.
So $230 is, you know, was a pretty good price. So I was like, okay, I'm going to finally pull the trigger on it and get it. And yeah, so that was great. So then I'm browsing Amazon today.
Oh no.
And it's dropped in price to $160.
Oh my god.
I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like $70 less than I just paid for it.
Son of a bitch!
And they don't have the price. And they don't have the price match guarantee anymore. So
No.
It's because of the fucking sale. But like, how could you have known?
I
that it
thought
was
the
gonna drop?
$230 was because of the sale. That's why I jumped on that
how
price.
Could you have known?
How could you have fucking known?
It dropped in price by literally $100 and some odd from what it was going for a few weeks prior.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, well, I think what it was is for a while.
So I bought a second one. You're like, what? No.
There was a little bit.
You were paying the first one.
There was a little bit of time where it wasn't in stock at Amazon, so the third-party sellers, of course, jump on that and just jack the price up. But then they got it back in stock, and that's when I thought, oh, okay, I should probably jump on it this time because I've been putting it off almost a freaking year, and I really don't want to miss out on this set. So
You know, December. You only half a year.
it was October. Came out last
Was it
October.
October?
Yeah.
Okay, 9 months. Almost a year.
So almost a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
right.
saying
It
it's
was
like
October. Yeah.
You should ask Amazon if they'll refund you. Because here's the thing. Usually they won't nowadays, but sometimes they will.
Yeah.
It couldn't hurt that.
Sometimes, if it's like within a week of the price change, they'll be nice about it. So
I don't know.
you should ask.
It couldn't hurt to just. It's all text based.
The worst case scenario, they say no. And
Like, okay, cool. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe.
you kind of know how I felt when my
I'd rather just
$200
lament and
Death
be
Stranding
miserable and
collector's
complain
edition
about
that I
it.
bought $200 for that collector's edition.
For which collector's edition?
The Death Stranding PS4 collector's edition.
Oh yeah.
And it goes for 172 right now. So it's dropped a little bit.
Yeah.
But which I knew it would.
That happens.
But for
sometimes.
I think it was for a month, Amazon was selling it exclusively for $70.
Oh
God.
man.
Brutal.
You know how bad that feels?
Yes.
brutal.
Yes, I do.
In fact, he does. No, exactly.
I
Yeah,
absolutely know how bad that feels.
Full retail, and then literally like 4 or 5 months later, they're like, here's a month where you can get it for under $100. It's like,
So you could have bought almost 3 of them for the same price that you paid for one.
Still don't regret my purchase.
$70. So basically, they're selling the collector's edition for the same price as the regular edition, pretty much, like just a little bit more.
Yeah, they're selling it for the same price as the digital collector's edition.
Yeah.
Which literally just had the free DLC the DLC that came with it, minus all the trinkets.
Yeah.
Like 70 or 75 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I wanted my giant glowing baby in a tube.
Of course. Oh, so yeah, pretty exciting stuff. So movies. You guys watch any movies this week?
I actually watched a movie this week.
Whoa!
What?
Say
Whoa.
what?
I did.
Say what?
Yeah.
Well, what'd you watch?
I didn't watch too much this week. But
Well, you had mentioned before with your copy of My Bloody Valentine that had the gory scenes where he put back into the movie.
Yes.
And I said the kind of ironic that the movie I watched had the same exact thing happen, and that
Oh,
was
right.
the Blu-ray release of Fist of the North Star.
Oh, Fist of the North Star.
Had the same thing happen where the
live action movie?
No, the animated.
Oh, okay.
It's just a lot of the extended scenes of when he like punches somebody and everything bulges up and like all the parts fly out.
Yeah.
And just like it cuts like for like 3 seconds, it shows the extended gore for where it cuts back into where it is normally.
Okay.
So, but it's like noticeably like it's almost VHS level low quality.
That's
So you
interesting.
go from this beautiful Blu-ray to VHS, then back to Blu-ray.
Yeah. I didn't know there was that much cut out of that. Like, I always thought
Not
it was
a lot. It doesn't
pretty
happen
gory
very
to
often.
begin with.
It's not VHS. It's 1-inch master tape, but it's still.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Well,
it looked
yeah,
like
but still.
you're going from a 1080p Bluray to
Yeah.
that level.
Broadcast.
Really good quality
Very
footage,
video.
but
Very
apparently
pale, very
scratched
low
up a
quality.
bit.
Yeah.
Bit damaged, I guess.
And
But better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah, better. You get to see very clearly what their original vision was, and yeah, holy shit.
It's like Criterion level restoration can fix that kind of stuff, but it has to be worth that kind of money. That's a lot of money when you have to change color
It's
tints
pretty
and stuff.
niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
actually I have to openly admit, as many times as I've seen bits and pieces of the story of the Fist of the North Star, this is actually the first time I've seen it all the way through.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, it's a
is
good
this
movie.
the movie? Is this the movie where there's a giant guy and he like bites the dude with his mouth? He steps on the whole dude, and like
No.
he's okay. There's
No.
some Fist of the North Star I watched when I was so drunk I can hardly remember. All I remember is this 10-foot guy walking towards like these warriors. Like, I think maybe an army
Yeah,
or maybe.
yeah.
And he
there's
steps on a
scene-
bunch of dudes. He grabs the guy,
there's a whole
bites the
scene
dude
where
midair.
he's a leader. It's the team. He's a leader of like a North Army or something like that. And he
Okay.
makes the claim that his whole body, he's trained his whole body to be made of metal
Yes.
and a metallic. He has like a metallic skin, and the whole time he's like, "Your armies can't stop me," and he's just walking. And he's
Yeah.
just squishing people as he's walking
Oh,
through.
okay.
Bites some
Someone-
dude and crushes the guy.
Someone, yeah, he grabs him and just goes. and just, like, and it just, like,
This is the
spews
only
out between his
lasting
fingers.
memory I have of this night. I was very, very drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It was my first time getting drunk, and it's the one thing I very remember. Everyone was passed out. I woke up, and I'm like, "What are we watching?" And someone goes, "This is our star." And then that scene happened, and then I blacked out again.
But one
All
of
I
my
fucking
favorite
remember.
of just those scenes where you're just watching it and you're just going, ah,
Oh, I
I
know.
want to get that movie. That's the movie you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the animated movie.
The animated
Give
movie.
me a link to that. I need to get that. I
It's
want to see
good.
it again.
It's good.
But it's the scene where they have the guy buried in the ground with just his head sticking out, and they keep trying to convince other people in the town that they've like enslaved to slowly chop this guy's head off with like an old tree saw.
Oh my god!
And it's like he's going like, "You do it." He goes, it should be your pleasure to do it." So he starts and he goes like 2 saws in, and the guy's screaming, and he goes, "I can't do it." And so this guy's screaming with like half the saw blade stuck in his neck. It's just like,
yeah,
ow.
there's it was pretty like a pretty big deal when it came out. I remember because especially when it came out over here, because we'd never seen a cartoon that violent before. Like it was just so
Yeah.
And ironically,
like,
though, that scene has
intensely
probably
violent.
one of the funniest scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
And it's when the North Star's brother shows up in the scene, and he goes, "Oh, since you're the new guy in town, you get to chop this guy's head off." So he takes the sword out of the guy's neck. He goes, "Oh, you mean this blade?" He just goes thunk on top of the guy's head. He goes, "There's a blade sticking out of his head like this." He goes, "Huh. Well, that's not supposed to work like that." That's when he just like falls over dead, and he goes, "It's not supposed to go this way."
That's funny.
Falls over.
Major
But-
Metalco is just pointing out the Discotheque actually has the Blu-rays. Is that the one that you watched, the Discotheque one, or?
Could say Eastern Star, it's the
don't
same
know.
company.
Well, Eastern Stars, yeah, that's the same.
Hold on. I gotta see which one it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen the series. I know Discotheque put out the series on an SD on Blu-ray set. It's like 150 episodes or something crazy like that.
Yeah, I just want this movie. Okay.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
It
that's
is
what I'm
that
looking for.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
there it
just
is.
what I want. That's all I remember. I'm good with that.
So,
That's the one.
see, this is the one that has the.
If I end up liking it, I'll get into it more.
Nice.
But you know,
Nice.
start with the thing I remember first.
Well, yeah, the
With the
movie.
very-
I mean, the movie's
very
chapter 1 as
copy
far
of
as I'm
Moana
aware.
on the inside
Oh
of it.
well, excellent.
This is a nice juxtaposition.
I mean, the only so at that moment, and then I've seen the live action movie when it aired, when it premiered. I was like, this movie looks. I didn't know what Fist of the North Star was,
Yeah.
but the trailer on HBO looks so fucking cool that
I
I literally talked my dad into let me stay up and watch it because it appeared at like 9 p.m. or something.
I used to have the live action movie on Laserdisc. That's how I saw it.
The part where he just like shoves the finger into the dude, I'm like, holy fuck! I like lost my shit. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's right out of the anime. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
It'll
in the
blow
movie.
your mind. Right
I was
out
like
of
97, so I was like what, 15 or something, 16.
Yeah, because you'll see him like through the. It's like one of the earliest things that happens to him because you'll see he puts like 3 fingers in him, I think, and you see him throughout the rest of the story with like scars from the 3 where he put the 3.
Yeah, there's
fingers
even
in.
a little storyline that involves someone being an imposter who's calling himself the Fist of the North Star.
Right.
And it was the man with the metal mask and the 7 scars, which is supposed to be the 3 finger holes
Right.
that the East was it the East Star that put into him, or the West Star.
I think I can't remember. It's been so long.
It's one of the East or West. I think.
Yeah.
Supposed to be their, his not really his rival. That's a whole storyline thing. But yeah, it ends up being it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, yeah, there's more to that story.
Yeah.
Of the 7 scars on his chest.
Yeah, what was it? The imposter, he didn't have all the scars or something, wasn't it? He was.
So
I can't remember. It's
Anyway,
been so
yes,
long since I've seen it.
that's my most indelible memory of that is
So it's
that giant stomping on people, and I'm
dude.
going.
most
I want to
people
see this
don't
again.
know,
the metal.
this is the
metal
movie
dude.
with the high pitch.
Yep.
That movie.
See, because I saw that, and then not long after, I saw the first Project Echo, which has a character that is a total parody of Ken from
Yeah.
Fist of the
There's
North
a lot
Star.
of parody in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh
love
god,
that.
yeah. But
I
it's
need that one too.
like it's even funnier when you get like what they're making fun of, and then it's funnier. It's more ridiculous. And yes, I really want all the Project Echoes. I've only ever seen the first one, and I remember loving it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's very
And there's
fun.
an after credit sequence.
It's like one of those ones that like has a like just a perfect blend of comedy and drama and sci-fi alien invasion spaceships and robot stuff
Eiko and
too.
Biko, and they punch things, and she's like super strong and invulnerable, I guess.
Eiko, Biko, and then Seiko, who was always cooking, and just
And that
apparently
lady in the black outfit
had
who
the
always
most
trying to
horrible
fuck
cooking.
things up, and then yeah.
There are 4. Actually, I think there's 5, if I remember correctly. There was.
I've only seen the first
I
one.
can't remember.
The only tape that Blockbuster
I
had
don't
was
think.
Keiko.
I don't know if they're all on Blu-ray. I think.
What I think, which I wish would get a Blu-ray, is Russian Z, which is like this out of control AI hospital bed with an old man stuck in it.
Okay.
It's. I remember
Don't
watching
remember.
it and thinking it was really wild. Like
It's
it's
been
like
a long time.
running through
again,
walls and
since I
shit,
watched it,
and
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Major Batoko. Project Echo is going to be a hentai before they decided, nope, let's not make this a hentai.
That's smart. It would not
I'm
be
glad
very
they
good.
didn't, because if they did, it probably wouldn't have been as popular. To be honest,
Or very good, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It is Russian Z. Yeah, there is a Blu-ray.
the
There
interesting
is a Blu-ray?
of the
Oh, shit.
first one, I think.
A
I don't know
Russian
about
Z,
the
I'm
rest of
sorry.
them, but
Talking about.
was it? Yeah, I used to have the first one on Laserdisc, and it was interesting because, of course, everything. There was no anamorphic widescreen or anything on Laserdisc. It was all 4:3, right? So, the movie's in widescreen. So what they did, so as not to obscure more of the image, is they actually shifted the widescreen image up in the frame. So then in the black bar at the bottom, so it was just one black bar at the bottom, and that's where they would put the subtitles,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was interesting. They did it
Wow,
that
this
way.
Blu-ray is going for $62. I'm
I think
good.
it's out of print.
Russian Z I'm still talking about.
Oh, Russian Z. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Never
Project
mind.
Echo is definitely out of print also, but yes.
Yes, I saw that, Jail. I haven't seen it. I have the Blu-ray, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
And you get Robot Carnival. That's the other one.
I got Sunset Boulevard based on Stoud's recommendation, actually, because he saw it and he said it was really good. So,
Sunset
I'd watch that.
Boulevard is, in my opinion, the best film noir of all time.
well, there you
It's
go.
a very good movie that me and Stout watched a couple of years ago. I really enjoyed. I think I have a copy of it too.
Well, I
think you
remember
sent me a copy.
after you were raving about it, Stout, I happened across it in the bargain bin at Blessed By. Yes, it was so blessed to find it.
Bye.
Blessed Buster, yeah.
Best
Bargain
Buster.
bin.
Best Buster. At Best Buy for like
I've never
$5
seen that
or
in the
something.
bargain bin here.
So, yeah, it was
Wow.
like $5 or something. It was stupidly cheap.
That's a great deal.
Yeah.
I think Stoudman, you upgraded your copy and you sent me an old copy. I can't remember. I have
Maybe.
it, but I definitely didn't buy it myself.
I don't
Someone-
recall.
Someone
I
sent
don't
it to me.
know.
Of course you don't recall. I don't recall either. We're both broken in the head.
Yeah.
Get it.
So, what did you watch, Skinslip and or Stoudman?
Well, together, Stoudman and I watched the rest of Unsolved Mysteries. That was really good.
Oh, the new one. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
I need
I'm
to
gonna
check that out.
say, Man Who Sleeps with Ashes and Calls Her His Teddy Bear is definitely the best episode and also the creepiest.
Sounds
But-
creepy.
There's not a bad episode in much. I would say that the weakest episode is the UFO episode.
That's what I've
I
heard.
was-
A lot of people have said that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was reading reading an article about somebody did an article who was talking with the guy who like produced the new Unsolved Mysteries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking him if they had received any leads or anything like that. Apparently, they've received like 2,000 leads in the past week or so.
Oh, really?
And the ones that they have received are specifically the ones that it sounded like he was thinking they were close to actually solving, were actually the French one. I won't give anything away,
Mm-hmm.
but the French one, somebody said they saw this guy who looked very similar to that guy, who, again, won't give anything away necessarily,
Yeah.
just a skin slip here, who was waving at the camera.
Yeah.
They said they caught pictures of this guy who looked very similar to him in Chicago, of all places.
Oh wow, that's kind of
Interesting.
random.
And then the other one that
It's France, so it's like
that's getting a lot of reports apparently is the Lorenzo one, the guy who was living in Kansas who went to that party.
Interesting.
Oh right.
So-
no one saw him again, and he's clearly murdered and by a bunch of racist people
Interesting.
or his friends.
Or Alonzo, not Lorenzo.
Alonzo, yes.
Alonzo.
I
Interesting.
want them to solve the weird man who sleeps with his wife's ashes and
Yes.
calls her a teddy bear because that guy needs to go to jail. That guy definitely killed her and he needs to go to jail.
Yeah.
Needs to suffer forever.
And apparently, he was asked about that, and the question was whether or not the son had seen any of the videotape from his father talking about his mother, or his stepfather, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Pistol, that's his name, has not seen any of that. Didn't know anything about any of that.
Yeah, his name's Pistol. I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name. This guy's name is Pistol Black, and we thought, is that like a fake name? No, that's his actual
I
name.
was like, I even said, I bet this guy's a white rapper. I said, I bet this guy's a white rapper. That's why his name's Pistol Black. Nope, he's born Pistol Black. Okay.
The only
Nope.
other person
Just
I know that's their first
strange
name
parents,
Pistol
I guess.
is, from the YouTube channel Tech Syndicate. Used to be a guy
yeah.
that worked for Tiger Direct. And
Right.
his
I love that
girlfriend at the time, her name was Pistol.
Channel.
Pistol.
Time? Oh.
Yeah, I think they separated a long time ago.
Oh, I don't know.
Interesting.
I stopped watching it long. When Wendell and them split, I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't care.
thing.
That both people made content I had no interest in it. That was
Well,
like,
he
okay.
made it was funny because he made the more like general gaming centric gamer stuff like that,
Yeah.
and Wendell was very much he like worked in server rooms. He was
Yeah.
he was a tech guy, so
Yep.
he was all about Linux and all about
They made a great channel and then they split and neither channel was good
they
anymore.
split
Anyway,
because of business reasons. But anyway.
yeah, of course. All right, next we ended the night by watching Moscow and the Hudson.
Oh, Robin Williams. I know that one.
Yes.
I think I've
Which
seen
was
that,
okay.
but a billion years ago.
Robin Williams attempts a Russian accent.
Yes. And that's the one
And
where
He
he's
speaks
trying
Russian
to.
pretty well.
Necessarily
And that's the one where he's trying to
He's
defect,
way better at
right?
speaking
He's
actual
defecting.
Russian than he is at the accent of.
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
like, a Russian
exactly.
person.
He's way better at speaking it than he's pretending that he speaks it.
But I liked it.
I liked it, but I would say it's if you're a hardcore Robin Williams fan, you're gonna like it. That's it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you may not get as much enjoyment. I don't know.
It's definitely like either a 6 or a 7 out of 10. I'll put it that way.
I also
I
have.
wouldn't be surprised if they end up like Mill Creek ends up getting this at some point. But
I also have no idea if this movie is now culturally inappropriate either, because I don't know the culture well enough to say if it's like
Yeah, I don't
getting
know.
something wrong.
Well, I mean,
It's from the 80s,
It's
so-
definitely changed. Like the
84.
things have
Yeah.
definitely changed over in Russia.
Yes.
Since the 80s.
Absolutely.
And I think it was very much, in response to some of that at the time. But
But we were in the Cold War, so I can't take
Yeah.
pop culture at face value. That's why I'm saying I have no idea.
Yeah.
The movie seemed okay, but like maybe
Mm-hmm.
someone who knows, like, nope, this is why it's offensive. Like, oh, well, that's a shame.
well,
I have
whatever.
to correct Stewie one on something here. You can't even get Unsolved Mysteries on DVD. Actually,
Well,
they did have some releases
Yeah.
of some Unsolved Mysteries, like Robert Stack episodes,
yeah, it was
released on DVD
I
way back in the day.
I
but
remember
it's
we were-
so long out
We
of
were
it.
looking into
So
that
long
for
out.
a while because we were both talking about it, and we're like, I'd really like to have Unsolved Mysteries on DVD. And I think it might have been me who told you about it, because I remember looking at those sets in the store, and... Dick! I remember looking at those sets in the store and thinking about getting them. Like, I just wanted full episodes. Like, I just wanted the show as I remembered watching it.
Yeah.
But the way they released them on DVD was in compilations of stories of a particular theme. Like, you'd have one that would be all stories about ghosts, one that would be all stories about unexplained disappearances, and etc. So they had like 6 different sets of like 3 different topics per set, and just all these different stories, which is cool. I mean, if you just want to watch all the UFO stories, it's handy to have them all together. But I just wanted episodes. Yeah, like season sets, exactly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would like to
Yeah.
see season sets.
Now, you can watch seasons now on streaming. Like Amazon has all of the original 12
It should
seasons.
still be available on DVD, damn it.
But yeah, I would love to
Blu-ray,
have like
something like that.
a nice box set of the whole damn works.
Because currently
the
the only box set they have is like the box set that contains all the releases you're talking about.
Yes.
That are not like traditional releases.
And it's stupidly
And
expensive.
I have that on my wish list just because maybe someday.
Yeah.
And it's currently sitting at about $1,300 for that set.
That's ridiculous.
Are you fucking kidding me? Nobody's going to pay $1,300 for Unsolved Mysteries.
At least on the plus side, we did get a
God.
really nice set of In Search Of. So, which in some ways, which actually in a lot of ways is kind of the precursor to Unsolved Mysteries. It's got a very similar vibe to it. And hey, Leonard Nimoy, how can you go wrong? But yeah, it was great to get that set. So.
Fuck you guys and your digital wins again. Bullshit. Digital never wins. Fuck digital. Physical all the way.
Oh no!
Digital.
The one exception is, of course, means that digital wins, right?
That one
you find
example.
1 or 2 exceptions.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
so
can you find bloody muscle bodybuilder from hell?
So what else? Is that it? Is that all you
guys
guys watched, or is there more?
That's all we watched.
That's all
I watched.
You watched. Okay. Yeah.
I watched with my friend Megan. We watched the movie Pieces, which is a
Pieces. Okay.
Kind of giallo, kind of slasher.
I think I've heard of that one actually.
Film that's over the top, and just when you get to the part where someone yells "you bastards," you will probably fucking lose it.
Okay.
It's a 4 out of 5 stars. I love the movie deeply. There's actually a Vine theater experience in the Blu-ray. I highly recommend it.
Nice.
Which you listen to the audience reacting live to this ridiculous movie.
Oh, I love stuff like that.
So good.
Yeah, audience reaction tracks. I've heard a few.
And then last but not least, I watched Prophecy, 1979.
Hey!
Today's movie.
That was because of me, wasn't it? You wanted to see it again because of me? No? Okay.
No, I had it in my watched soon pile before you even bought it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. So what did you think upon reviewing it?
It's still 3 out of 5. Actually, it went from a 2.5 out of 5 to 3 out of 5.
Oh.
The only reason I got 2.5 out of 5 on the DVD is because you can't see what the fuck's happening.
Oh.
It's not a great transfer.
Yeah.
And this one, everything's crystal clear.
Yeah,
I can
Blu-ray
see
looks
the
really nice.
zipper on the goddamn bear. I mean, like, in the one scene. It's,
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. Oh, yeah.
Look for that.
It's beautiful. There's a scene. It's a real quick, like, 30-second shot. And, like, I've seen enough where, like, I see it moving, like, hey, there's a zipper. You know, just
yeah.
you can see the zipper line just a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, it holds up remarkably well. There's one scene in which the the white company owner and the social justice warrior white good character and the Native American antagonist
Yes.
are all coming to a showdown early on in the film.
Yeah.
And the white guy shows the social justice warrior shows the perfect performative "oh no, stop, please don't," while the guy who owns the corporation is violently assaulting a man with a chainsaw.
Yes.
And I'm like, this perfectly encapsulates the entire subtext of this movie.
It does. It does.
You're like this white guy going, help, Black Lives Matter, but not actually doing anything about the fucking problem.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, actual indigenous people fighting corporations for their fucking lives.
It's actually, yeah, it unfortunately holds up very well because it's a very contemporary subject that they're dealing with.
Still
in that.
happening.
It's
still worse now.
Yeah.
It's still happening, and you know, in this case, it's indigenous people having their land threatened by a paper mill, essentially, but
fracking
easy to switch that for pipeline. Or what
fracking,
have you.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
All the things that people have problems with.
It's like it's the same story, it's the same message. Plus, giant mutant bear monster.
Actually, upon
I wish I had
revisiting,
seen that in fucking in my.
I
took a First Nations film class. I literally took a First Nations film class.
Oh, that sounds
when I was
awesome.
in college.
Yeah.
So I wish I had seen that. They did show ginger snaps.
This movie, by the way, is not a good example of indigenous people. It's a very, very, very rich white person from the 70s. Yep. So it's Yeah, it's very noticeable, but you're like, it's other times. It's not super, like, oppressive. It's just, you're like, hey, that's really not cool what you just said there, like,
Yeah.
people are just throwing around some racist terms, like they're just nothing.
Well,
Like, oh, yeah, no one says that shit anymore.
yeah, no, but I mean, part of it was also like I noticed a lot of I know that some of the lines you're talking about, but I noticed a lot of it was the the company owner who was being all nice,
Oh, yes.
who was being all
Thanks.
nicey nice to the visiting white scientist couple,
Yes.
but was being like just racial slur after racial slur to the natives who were opposing
Violence,
them
among
being
other
there,
things.
and violence.
Get that thing with a chainsaw.
Yeah,
Get him defend
and
his life.
oh, I know, it was ridiculous.
And the white guy just stood there and like, no, please. Try not to
Please
hurt each
stop.
other.
But
Like,
I mean, no, I think it's very intentional that's
Yeah, I
how
think
those
so, too.
characters react. Like, because I mean, the guy who directed this is the guy who did the Manchurian Candidate.
I had realized that.
Like, this is like an Academy Award-winning director
Criterion
directed this film. Yeah, it's crazy. So I mean,
two movies in the Criterion collection. We
so
gotta
I
take,
refuse to believe that anything in that film was by accident.
It's like really cumbersomely done. It's very on the nose. I
Well,
would say.
yeah.
The one scene though.
Is that?
It's like they.
Is it
that's
just that
Like,
one scene you're talking about? Like
just that one scene
confrontation.
that's the conflict's like
Yeah.
really on the fucking nose.
It is.
Which,
I felt that it was a little too, like it almost became cartoonish. It was so over the top.
Ham-fisted.
Yeah.
That's how I describe it.
The rest of it, though, I actually thought was pretty good. Like I really liked the old, the old native guy that they talked to. He was just a really sweet old man, and thought like it was the spirits of the forest and stuff. And
like, if you chain yourself to a tree and a man tries to assault you with a chainsaw, you have full right to murder that man for trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
self-defense.
Yeah. And
but no, like I thought, like the underlying message of it was actually quite good, and I liked that a lot. Like, it wasn't what I expected the movie to be at all. Just because, remember, I'm coming into it with what my 7-year-old brain imagined it to be based on the promotional material and stuff.
I want to watch your review. I want to watch your review.
So when I finally watched it, I was like, wow, this is like completely not the movie I thought it was. Like, I mean, like, not the type of movie I thought it was going to be, and it's actually really good. I like it. I mean, honestly, I felt like the biggest letdown of it was the monster. I just thought the monster was really, like, kind of jankily done, but the story and the characters I actually felt quite invested in, and I liked it a lot.
We previously talked how the first monster was like rejected, so yeah, of course the last one was quickly done.
It did, yeah, and then I don't think they got enough money to do it as it was. Like, it was originally going to look more like the creature on the poster art, and I think
which the fetus does.
I was going to say the fetus one does. Like, it definitely looks very similar to that.
I have to pee. You gonna talk about some more movies?
No,
Maybe.
go pee. We'll be on this. You can come back. We'll probably still be on this. Go.
Okay, cool.
But
So what? Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
no, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm good.
This makes a remarkably good double bill with Orca the Killer Whale. They're both moral plays, but different kinds of moral plays.
Yeah.
They're both man versus nature, and what you want the nature to win.
Yes. You do.
Good stuff.
And
they're only 2 years apart.
I've never seen Orca. I really want to pick up that special edition that came out.
Very good edition.
Yeah.
I said on Twitter about Prophecy and Orca both that the transfers in both are a revelation because of the old DVD, the 21-year-old DVDs from Paramount are just not cutting it. They're really not very good transfers.
I'm not surprised.
Even before the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are really good stuff. That's all I watched. But
Yeah, I didn't watch much this week either.
And I had to watch first half of the movie and then go do the yard sale thing with my mom, and then I watched the other half.
Yeah.
So.
I was mostly this week. I was doing mostly editing and stuff, getting a lot of my Twitch highlights caught up, and then doing streaming, and just been kind of a busy week. And then what else? Rosie and I watched Spider-Man: Homecoming, so we watched one.
Oh, nice.
So we watched Spider-Man: Homecoming. I can't remember when I last saw it. I might have not seen it all the way through since the theater, actually. But I know Rose has watched it a few times. But again, as has been the experience watching the MCU movies in order, like in release date order, lots of little sly grins and nods when we pick up on the little connections and stuff.
Yeah,
So
I would say if you've been keeping up with the MCU, Homecoming is an even more fantastic movie than it already is.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's great. Yeah, and I forgot just how much fun that movie is too. Like, it's a really fun Spider-Man movie. Yeah, so we're almost caught up to where we left off. Where we left off originally was Infinity War, so we haven't seen anything post Infinity War. So we just basically got
You haven't seen that one character do that thing.
we got Black Panther, and then Infinity War, and then we'll be into the 4 that we haven't seen. So, which will be, I guess, what's next is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Endgame, and Spider-Man: Far From Home, and we'll be all up to date.
And of those 4, Far From Home is the weakest. It's
Yeah.
not a bad movie. It's the weakest.
I don't know.
I think actually Far From Home might be the weakest of the series, but Iron Man 2 is a pretty close call. And none of these are bad. Dark World, not it's like the high. I love Dark World, but I
like
understand
Dark
it's not
World
the greatest.
too. Yeah.
But like those are the 3 like bottom of the barrels, and if those are bottom of the barrels of the Marvel Universe, that's doing pretty fucking good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Pretty rich barrel,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
you know.
Yeah, you got the bottom of the barrel with a lot of good shit in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing. The barrel, the bottom of the barrel's still all good, a good golden nugget. You've got.
And if you're thinking of it like a ramen ball, some of the best shit's at the bottom.
That's
that's
right.
right.
Whole collection of this ramen bowl bottom.
Fucking A. Well, I don't know how long Stoud's gonna be.
He's gonna take a pee. What the fuck?
I
Didn't
don't
say he's
know.
gonna take a shit.
He hasn't peed all day. Maybe it's like 10 gallons of pee, and it's just taking a while to
10
drain.
gallons of
Standing there shooting a stream of piss that burrows through the back of the toilet just in a straight line.
Cracks the
laser.
porcelain from the force of the stream. It's like a power
Like
washer.
that, or from Austin Powers and Goldmember, where
Yeah.
he's trying to eat peeing and he pushes and it just goes like.
That's right. Just this powerful stream arcing across the pool.
yes. When I finally get the 3 Thor movies, I'll start a Marvel Universe live viewing where we watch the movies in order, like
There you go.
one a night or so.
Are you still
something like
missing
that.
a few?
Missing Thor 1 through 3
Oh, okay. Is that all you're missing?
and
Just
Incredible
those?
Hulk. I need Incredible
Oh, and
Hulk.
the Incredible Hulk. Okay.
And I guess technically Hulk also.
It's been interesting. I find they definitely benefit from reviewings and
Back
reappraisals.
away.
Because I found some of the ones that I didn't care for as much, I liked more
What's that later?
the second or third time around. It's just something, I don't know. Maybe it's
you know the context.
maybe when you
where
get
it's
more of
going.
the connections, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, like I enjoyed the Incredible Hulk more the second time around than I did the first. Same with Thor. Same with Captain America. You know, a lot of the early ones, I just found benefited from the repeat viewings. I don't know. It's just one of those things. Maybe it's because now I've gotten to know those characters, like the movie versions of these characters, more through the other movies, so I'm a little more forgiving in their origin stories. I don't know. But I love them. I'm having a good time with them, and we basically already said that after we finish the MCU, we're going to watch all the X-Men movies. So,
Awesome.
yeah, because she's been
Those are
wanting
great
to,
movies too.
yeah, she's been wanting to see those
Boy,
for a
they one's
while.
better.
And honestly, there's really only a couple of stinkers in the X-Men. I think it's a pretty consistent series overall. But, yeah, so... And when we get to the Wolverine, we will, of course, be watching the unrated version.
Origins, I hate you.
Because you need to see ninjas getting destroyed by a Zamboni.
It's required viewing.
It is required. But, well, you should see it. You should see it, Brinsley, and make sure you see the uncut version. It's got all the blood and guts and F-bombs intact.
Yes.
I like the
Ninjas
Wolverine.
being
I
run by
think the
Zambos.
Wolverine is really great.
I like it too, actually. I like it a lot.
Yes.
And yes, the uncut version is way better.
It really is. Yeah.
It actually puts a significant amount of character stuff in there too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the whole part of like he's like in the woods, like wandering around the hunter, that was like straight from the comic. It was so perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Definitely.
mean, a lot of the stuff like from various comics shoved together. Like,
There was a lot of. Oh yeah. You can see a lot of. It was after watching that I actually tracked down the old Chris Claremont, Frank Miller miniseries, the 4-issue miniseries, because a lot of that movie was
actually,
was based on that. Yeah. It's
Good
that.
that's from that stuff.
It's that mixed with one of the other. Usually they combine a couple of storylines of those. Like I remember Logan, they combined Old Man Logan and X-23, but they
and also combined the X-Men storyline where X-Men crossover with Wolverine after that storyline, but it took all the X-Men out, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had, but I forget what I knew. I used to know what it was. It was basically the old 4-part miniseries, and mixed with another storyline. I forget what
Wolverine
it was.
Unchained or Unleashed, something like that. It's Windsor Smith stuff, if I remember correctly.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. But,
I can't remember what the actual. It's something with an "un" in front of it. That's all I remember. Unleashed, Unchained, something.
Unhinged, unsane,
Unsane. Yeah. Unapologetic.
unapologetic, unequivocal.
Oh God. Unceremonious.
Unappetizing, the unappetizing Wolverine.
Very shallow and pedantic.
Very shallow and pedantic, yes. Alrighty.
I think it was Uncaged. Okay,
Uncaged.
thank you, Microwave.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Microwave goes brrr.
I don't know. All I know is I'm really tired, and I think that's our show.
Hey, I watched a movie.
Oh, sorry. Was it called I Have to Pee, the movie?
I have to pee because
What's the
I'm
horror
waiting
movie
so
called?
long for people
Sorry.
to stop talking about movies.
Sorry that we like to talk about movies on this podcast where we talk
How
about movies
dare
on the
you.
podcast about movies.
Podcast. It's fucking podcast.
Fucking podcast is the
I will
best.
quit this podcast so fast now.
Get out! You're not welcome in this podcast.
So, I watched this movie called Come to Daddy.
Oh wow, that movie! Yeah, I
It
tell a trailer for
sounds-
that.
The title of it sounds like a porn movie, right? Right?
Yeah, a little.
It's actually a pseudo horror movie starring Elijah Wood, and it is weird. It is very weird, but it's also very memorable. It'll stick in your head. Certain scenes will be like, you'll never forget those scenes. Like,
Oh yeah.
well, I've never seen that in a
sorry.
horror movie before, you know?
I have to interject for 1 second here because I just noticed this. I see garbage. Holy shit. Timing. Dick. Okay, go away, alert. Thank you. And thank you, JL, for the bits. I just noticed Garbage Gamer took over as stream boss with the big dono earlier. And I also noticed that Garbage Gamer's name is misspelled as Garbage Gamer.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
I
Thanks,
don't know what happened
Streamlabs.
there, but
Yeah, his name is spelled correctly in the list. That's they
Garbage
transpose
Gamer.
the A and B somehow. Wow. That's what I would do. Garbage, garbage,
Garbage.
Garabgay gamer.
Garabgay.
Grabgay.
Garabgay.
What the fuck?
Garabgay.
So,
Gamer.
this is a very slow burn horror movie. Come to Daddy. It's available on Amazon Prime to watch for free, by the way. And
Okay.
Elijah Wood is just so fucking good in the horror genre. I
it's
can't
Elijah
believe
Wood.
he hasn't
Yes,
done
yes,
more
yes.
in the horror genre because
know.
he's just perfect for it.
Yeah, he can.
But
he can really do creepy and stuff.
yeah, and it's not even he doesn't even necessarily play a creepy character in this one, but he just does so well in the role that he's given because he's Elijah fucking Woods. But anyways, I really liked it. I don't want to give anything away because, like, I feel like talking about anything about the movie gives it away. But it's very interesting, very creepy, very weird, and definitely does not like humanity at all.
Well, humanity
And
sucks.
don't watch it if you have any kind of father issues because holy shit.
Okay. So
As the name implies, come to daddy.
Uh-huh.
Don't watch it.
Okay,
If you have
trigger
any
warning.
kind of father issues.
Trigger warning.
It's not like Serbian film, but there
No.
are some very brutal scenes in the film.
Good.
Well noted.
Well, not good. Good.
Oh, yes.
Excellent.
The one that's going to stick with me probably forever is just like one of the final scenes in the film, too. So I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways, other than that, I only watched the first season of Westworld this week. And
So
I
did
started.
you
really
finish
enjoyed it. And when I finished it, I was like, how the fuck are there 3 extra seasons of this? This is such a complete story
I know.
in just one season. And I know I want to see more, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But
When
also,
you
3
watch-
seasons?
Yes. When
3?
you watch the other seasons,
seasons?
you'll kind of get it. You'll kind of get what they're doing.
I'm sure.
But
And I'm...
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait, but like...
I need to watch. Remind me, I still need to watch season 3. I might actually even rewatch seasons 1 and 2 just to get a refresher. They're short.
Anthony Hopkins, by the way, as usual, fucking
So good.
phenomenal.
An amazing actor. I haven't seen
And
that.
Oh,
But
God.
and what about Jeffrey Wright as Bernard?
Yes.
What a wonderful
Yes.
character.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I kind of was getting to the point where before I saw the pivotal episodes that kind of explain the background of his character,
Yeah.
I was getting to the point where I was questioning, like, wait a minute, how do we know these people aren't,
Yeah.
you know?
I know.
And so
I remember you
yeah.
talking about that to me, and I was like, you can talk freely to me because I've seen them, so you won't spoil anything.
Yeah.
But
And so, yes, the
But yeah,
show
it's really
really
good.
does make you question the essence of human reality and what it all means and whether or not we are really living the lives that we think we are.
Well,
And
yeah, a lot of questions about
It's
that.
also got
and
a lot of
also just what is
religious
what does it mean
context
to
to
be
it, too.
human? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of and a lot of things about AI and stuff like that, which is
Mhm.
very contemporary sci-fi idea.
What makes a god, you know?
What makes a
That's
god a god,
that's-
and what
that's
defines
partially what this is about.
what
you know?
defines someone as human, and what is real. It's
exactly.
some very heady, interesting sci-fi ideas in that.
Very well written.
Oh
Just-
god, it's so good.
I thought that fucking Hannibal was the most well written show I'd ever seen. And then I saw Westworld, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is better. It's not
amazing.
so much better that it's fucking outrageously better, but it's definitely better.
Oh yeah,
I still think
yeah.
that Hannibal is fucking fantastic, and you should definitely see it. But there are so many like scenes in which the characters have dialogue that is so well written that it's like makes you think about multiple fucking things at the same fucking time, to where you have to fucking pause just to sit there and think about what's being said there.
Yeah,
So,
007. I
really
kind of grew up with the original movie. It was one that I enjoyed when I was younger. It scared the shit out of me as a kid. Yul Brynner was so scary as the gunslinger in that. But yeah, so it takes a lot of the ideas from the original, but puts a more kind of contemporary spin on them. It's a really smartly written expansion of the original concept of it. And I really like, as someone who's been a lifelong fan of the original movie, I really like what they did with the series. Like they really take it in some interesting directions. So yeah, if you just want a really fucking good show, check it out. I think you'll find a lot to like there. It also keeps you on your toes, right? It's one of those shows where you think you know what's going on, and then something happens, big reveal of some kind, and it just turns it all on its head, and you're like, no, wait a minute, that's not what was going on, that's just what I thought was going on. And that's part of how it plays with you, because a lot of the story is the characters themselves think they have a handle on their own reality, but they actually don't. They're being, manipulated in some way. And that's part of it. And we, as the viewer, are manipulated by the story in a similar way. So it's almost like we become a part of that experience with the characters. It's fucking brilliant. It's just amazing how they do it. So, check it out. It's good.
Absolutely.
Oh, and if you're on an AI kick, then yeah, definitely check it out. It's
that one's
AI out the ass.
Yes.
So
that's all I watched this week.
Okay.
Was other than what I watched with Chance. So yeah.
Well, of course, Hal was awesome. And the HAL 9000 series has a perfect operational record. They don't ever make mistakes.
Never.
So, never. It's not possible.
Hey, he never made a mistake. Hal never made a mistake.
No.
Hal did the right thing. I keep saying he, but it's a fucking robot. Hal never made a mistake.
Good old Hal.
Like Godzilla, it's an it.
It's an it.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Godzilla's not a male or female. The
Oh
correct
my God.
between these nomenclature is an it. It's kind of interesting.
I'm too tired to go into this.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not given either.
King of the monsters. End of discussion. Anyway, have yourselves...
Or queen.
No, it is never called the Queen of the Monsters. It is King of the Monsters. You want to call him an it, that's
Trans
fine.
icon.
But it's King of the
Trans
Monsters.
icon.
No, not everything has to be a trans icon. Good lord.
Like,
It's okay for
claimed it.
some things to
Perverted
stay
it.
heterosexual and some things to
Perverted
just
it.
be gay.
It's ours now.
I've already stolen it. We claimed it. Too late.
Well, I don't know. This
Son of a bitch.
This set is pretty damn pink, I gotta say, so... Anyway, thanks for joining us for another exciting edition of Saturday Night Insanity, the podcast of all podcasts.
Such a good podcast.
I love this podcast. I'm so glad to be a
Podcaster,
part
right?
of... Ow. I bashed my face with Godzilla.
We are never going to change this podcast.
No, from being the podcast that it is
Mm-hmm.
on the podcast.
So come back next week for more Saturday Night Insanity podcast.
Yes.
Highness.
Slip. No, snip.
Snip.
And thanks again to Garbage Gamer for
Yes.
helping out with the headphones today.
God.
Thanks, Streamlabs. Thanks.
Garabby Gamer.
Kind of makes me wonder how long Streamlabs has had my name spelled.
I don't know.
How did they get it misspelled?
I
It's
checked
probably
the-
up on Twitch.
I checked the donation announcement. It's misspelled there too.
What the fuck?
Garabgi.
Its
Well,
username is right there in chat, and you can see it's spelled correctly, like in the user list.
and
I haven't modified my
I double
Streamlabs.
checked. I'm like, did you
I
just misspell it?
don't
We just
know.
never noticed 5
somewhere
years
in
later.
Mind you, Streamlabs was down yesterday and shit the bed pretty hard. So I'm thinking this is one of the brain fart moments that it's having, apparently.
could very well be. I don't know. Anyway, have yourselves a good week, everybody. Those of you on Twitch, I'm not streaming anymore today. I'm tired, so I'm going straight to bed. Maybe I'll watch a movie. No, I'm gonna go to bed.
Good.
I'm gonna go to
Oh,
bed.
I watched
Because you
the
know
first 3
Rose is
episodes
not going to
of
let you
She-Ra.
sleep, so just go
I meant
to
to
bed.
say,
Sorry, what?
I watched watch first 3 episodes of Netflix She-Ra.
The new one?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
How is it?
I'm very gay. It's a very gay show about gay girls, so I'm very gay
Excellent.
for it.
Well, there you
It's
go.
great. It's really actually really, really great.
Just like the way
I've
you
heard
were
it's
funny about-
fantastic.
Oh, good,
I
how you
haven't
like
checked it out
I'm
yet.
very gay.
But
It's perfect. It's great. It's wonderful.
if you watch it,
Okay,
it
we
will
knew
make
that,
you gay
but-
too.
What's funny is random coincidence. The lesbian like pride flags are the same colors that they coincidentally chose for She-Ra because She-Ra and the pride flag were being made at the same time in different locations. They had
That's
no
funny.
idea they were. It's just coincidence.
It's just
Beautiful.
synchronicity.
And everyone's everyone's gay in that show. I swear to God, it's great.
Well, that was suspected in the original show for a long time. Like, there's a lot of characters in there that, you know, men that appear rather effeminate, women that are kind of masculine in their, you know, power and, you know, stature and whatnot. So, I mean, it's... If you think it hasn't always been there, then you weren't paying attention.
On top of all that, it's actually just a really great show.
Yeah.
First 3 episodes were like phenomenal. So
Yeah. No,
I'm
I've
just
heard
saying,
it's
as
great.
someone who I loved She-Ra. She-Ra was more important to me growing up than He-Man because I had all the toys for She-Ra. I had Hordak and and I had He-Man Hero. I had He-Man, but it was the Battle Damage late edition Battle Damage He-Man and Skeletor, right? I had mostly villains and supporting characters from She-Ra.
Yeah.
Just because those were the toys that were being out at the time.
That was just what was up.
Part.
Yeah. I remember when they were on TV. I actually kind of preferred She-Ra over He-Man. I just thought it had better stories.
Oh look,
so,
She-Ra rules.
There you go. She-Ra does.
Anyway,
rule.
sorry
She-Ra's
to derail our exit. I just
That's
forgot
okay.
About that.
Like, I've got the complete series of the original, as does Rose. She has a later release of it as well. So we're big She-Ra fans in this household.
Anyway, all right, we can go now. Sorry.
Okay, we can go now. Are you sure?
Yeah, there's nothing else. That was the only. I meant to say that like an hour ago. We kept being distracted.
That's okay. Welcome to the way things always are here.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, great.
That's the InSaNiTy part of the podcast.
That's right.
True, yeah.
That's right. All right. See you next time, everybody. Until then, thanks for watching. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. It's Rose's last day here before she goes back to her mom, so I know she was talking about we were going to watch a movie with dinner. That might be all we do, so I might stream in the evening. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, catch you later, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Have a great day or week or whatever, and sayonara.
Strafe.
Yes.
And how was that? Where's the audio mixer?
It's okay.
I need like a single button that
Okay, I
does
made myself sometimes.
all this stuff automatically, but that'd just be too easy to do. Bye, everybody.